Welcome back to Bearded Ramblings, episode 34. I am your horrible host, Low Energy Videos. So horrible that I have 3 horrors to my name. We are joined by Krendar, as always, unfortunately.
No, you're a horrible co-host.
And that's why it's unfortunate. And we are joined by Sophane and Poison in the Well. Whoa, computer just froze. But it's not frozen. You guys see it?
I'll do. I prefer that or so fat.
What happened there?
Good question.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. Hi. We are joined by the people from the show, and they are awesome because they are.
They're now on the other show.
Yes.
Always doing shows.
So many shows.
Shows.
Oh shit! Now the chat isn't working. And we're right off the bat for our first of many technical problems.
All right, everyone, drink.
By the way, they say that your audio is really low there, Lev.
Yeah, I hired.
That seems to happen every week, though.
Yeah, I either talk low or you guys talk low. So let's put you guys at half and
Mast.
Yeah, absolutely. Nope. Wait, you're not already?
Too late.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Damn right.
Yeah, they say the rest of the 3 of us are good, but it's just you're low.
All right. Well,
I'm always low.
Just toss some gain on yourself there.
Gain. I think it's actually a full.
Oh wow.
Well, anyway, here it is set to max. So if they've got a
You
problem,
sound normal to me though, which is weird. The weird thing it must be.
You sound fine to me.
Yeah, it must be something about the broadcasting itself.
Fantastic.
Your OBS settings or something.
I'm not worried about chat. Why the hell it's not popping up on screen? Like I can see the chat down there in the corner, but
I don't know.
This is a first. Well, anyway, you guys talk among yourselves while I be the grease monkey of the group.
Chat says
this guy is unfucking believable.
Every issue, I'd be dead.
Whisker.
Yeah, I drink away every issue, and that is my issue.
Lucky Larry getting us started with the
cyclical.
$10.
As a wise man once said, alcohol is the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Sometimes it is actually a solution.
We got our dono.
Scientifically, yes.
Which you know what that means, Krendar?
A pint glass got topped up, yes.
Yes, indeed. However, before I could even get to the actual shill, it happened. Basically, on this episode, anytime someone donates 5 or more, I will do a shot of this terrible bathtub gin from Tesco's, Windsor Castle. They try to give it a
Tesco's make it in their bathtub.
It smells like it.
Did you have to rent it?
I think Egghead might do well in this bathtub.
I mean, I like the fact that you said Tesco's and terrible in the same sentence because that just makes sense to me.
Well, it's a redundant sentence, one or the other, you know.
Yeah. Isn't Tesco's like Britain's version of sub Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart. No, it'd be more like Kmart, actually. To be honest with you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's barrels. Better. It is some low barrels. But anyway, you guys donated.
I think it's more of a Dollar General.
There actually no. There's less in a Dollar General than there would be in a Tesco's.
Dollar Generals are smaller, but there's a lot in there, man.
Quality.
They stack it high. The fucking
big lots.
aisles are like this wide. You have to walk down them sideways and hope that no one's coming the other way. Don't be fooled.
You're making me nostalgic for all my terrible trips to Dollar General. The only time anyone has ever said that. So what do you remember about America? Well, I remember all the terrible stores. Let me count them.
So where did you visit? Where were you visiting here in America?
Oklahoma.
Where there was a Dollar General.
Close. I spent most of my time in Nebraska.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's
You're gonna fly. I'm gonna fly all the way over there. Where should we go? I want to go to the sexiest place there is, man.
It just say
Nebraska.
sexy because guess who gets laid a lot over there?
It's just like, was
Not
it
this
Love,
guy.
Love Actually? Is like, if I have an accent, I would slay.
Yeah. Look, I got, how many times are you going to get a chance to travel across the Atlantic? I haven't had many to go that way. But if you're coming this way, everyone, don't miss Omaha.
Omaha has some of the best restaurants around.
And pussy.
You know what?
That's
Fuck-
the best
fuck
restaurant
Vegas, it's all
outside of
about
Lincoln.
Omaha.
Silver medal pussy, maybe.
know,
There's a few
here's the-
standout. There's a few standout ones.
Here's
I
the
haven't
funny
eaten
thing,
that
guys.
well since the last time I was in Kearney.
I live
Nebraska.
right next to the states. I'm in Canada. He's in Ireland, but he's seen more of the states than I have. I think.
What
by
I
now.
part
tried to
of
travel
Canada?
it last year. Or was it the year before?
I'm in Ontario. Like I'm probably like a 2-hour drive from the border to.
This guy is unfucking believable.
I've been-
There's for a
Toronto,
10-shot
Oh
lineup.
yeah, I was born in Toronto.
Oh my
actually.
god,
cool.
Toronto's
Guys.
basically like our version of New York.
guys! Loki Lard has topped up the pint glass by it was 30, 40 more. I think it's 70 now.
Amazing, awesome. Thank you,
Amazing!
Larry.
Somebody
Wow.
is
Hey.
being the amazing person.
Hey, look, I just want to address the healthy donors in the chat. We do an
Awesome.
occasional stream on Sunday nights at 8 p.m.
Why?
We're also
Get back to your
poor.
sorted shilling spot.
Yeah, check him out.
Also very poor. So come on by.
Yeah, but
Every
thing,
once in a
we
while,
don't have
we'll be there.
we don't have the temperature gauge, the thermostat that's gonna show them that, oh, I can watch this pop, and then they'll do something. The only thing we have is if they donate $69, we bump our junk together.
We scissors. Yeah, we scissors.
It is
that's-
impressive. Wait,
That's a weird.
Yeah, we need some visual
Uh,
to represent that.
Pat, the last time did you when you guys did that, were you the one that wasn't wearing any underwear? Or like you were wearing shorts?
That's what he said. I always
I was
wear
wearing.
underwear.
No, I was wearing very tight, revealing shorts that showed off my bulges, and I kind of pulled them up. I pulled them up extra
How-
snug.
How many
I just-
bulges you got down there?
Look, there's a couple
It's a
there.
pin move
It
situation.
takes-
It's a pack of grapes, and there's more grapes than there should be, and it might be a tumor. And so we went to
sexy
bump
tumor.
junk, and we very much caressed our balls together in that one.
It was a little too
Nice.
real. Got a little too real.
It took it home a little bit too much.
I don't know. I found out more things about myself than I ever knew.
We learned.
Well, now you're closer
Oh, Lord.
as friends and possible now lovers.
No, you know how to screw up a friendship.
Yeah.
You fuck. So
That's right.
That was more fondling, if anything. Anyway,
I like-
also wanna
That's
sure.
right. Heavy petting at most.
It's not gay if we don't, and then there's just a list of huge, ridiculously large amount of lists.
Well, we make sure not to
No eye
look each
contact.
other in the eye.
yeah, then I'm just fucking any dude.
That's
It doesn't
our
have to be this
rule.
guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Be any
as long as you're
bro.
not looking, you can imagine it's any dick you're rubbing on your dick.
I mean, that just makes it more exciting. You got the element of mystery there.
Yeah. Yep. I like to imagine Matthew McConaughey. But then now in my imagination, Matthew McConaughey has a tiny dick and it ruined it for me.
Matthew McConaughey.
Well,
Got him.
You got similar taste in men with to Gail then.
The
That one of her men.
He's a good looking man.
Everyone wants a bit of the
He
McConaughey.
drives a Buick, which is a sensible vehicle.
Is that what you look for in a
Sensible's
partner?
important.
Their driving apparatus?
Somebody with a sensible vehicle. It helps.
It's on your Tinder profile.
That's right.
I've seen
You're
weirder
gonna have to
shit.
pick me up for this date, and I hope you're driving a sensible vehicle.
Hey man, I got a Hummer. Keep on swiping.
Yeah, that guy is absolutely
I want a Hummer.
compensating for something.
Oh, I want a Hummer in a Hummer just to say I did it. I'd probably have a terrible time at it, but you know.
Reception.
No, there's plenty of room. You can just lay. It was like the Bang Bus. You just can lay anywhere.
Is there good headroom though? Because I'm tall, and I know there's a metaphor.
Ah,
right there.
headroom, got it.
Yeah, yeah.
With the quips.
It's almost like if I walked into that on purpose. But no, I'm
Walked
not
into
that
that
smart.
crotch on purpose.
Well, yeah, I'm lonely. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm
Plus
easy.
we get lonely.
Yeah, you're so lonely. You're hanging out with people in multiple different countries online.
That's,
I mean, it just-
that's the internet.
Might as well
for you.
these
Like,
days, right?
just go outside. Just start
I'm in a
yelling.
village of
Cut some
600
grass.
people. Most people are inbred with each other or with their sheep.
Yeah, you know what? I'd rather hang out with my internet people.
Is that why?
Like-
You don't want me to keep coming over? You're like, God, he keeps showing up.
This fucking guy just keeps showing up.
Can't get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. There. Now
All right,
you've hurt
next
feelings
topic.
And everyone's gonna be quiet.
Well, technically, first topic.
now feelings have been hurt.
What do you
Give
got for
some,
today,
give,
Lev?
give him something to fire off at, and then we'll
Can
just
Can I just say
start
before we go
rolling.
on, though, I hope one day Krender and I have the same sort of working relationship as you guys do.
That's a non-relationship and
We
non-working.
don't want that. We don't
Well,
want that.
whatever
We
it
don't
is,
work
it-
much.
A
Hey,
beautiful train
we've got
wreck.
that already.
Yeah.
We've got one of those already. Great.
Yes, you've made it.
Yes.
You've made it.
We're real podcasters now.
Yeah, you guys just do too much like streaming and podcasting.
Yeah, do less.
Yeah,
Oh.
bring it back a notch.
We only do once a
Alright.
week.
That's expectations are too high.
Wow. Tone it
Too much-
down.
We
Too much
promise once a
regularity.
week and barely hit once a month.
Gotta
Yeah.
keep it at random so the viewers don't know what to expect.
Yep. So that's right. That's right. That's how you slowly diminish that viewership.
And
Empty
alienate
You're
promises.
your
gonna get it
fans.
down to zero by being regular.
Hey, we've got a head start on that. We're small already.
I'm not going to lie,
That's, see,
every
that's,
once in
how,
a
that's how it starts.
Yeah.
Really, you don't have to start massive like most people. You just to start small. That's
Well, see, what we did is we built up a YouTube following, and then we decided to start doing live streams so we can start to whittle that back down. See,
Yeah. Like our early live streams had hundreds of people. I think.
Yeah.
And like remember we had Ian Miles Chong on. There was like 500 people there.
well, that was before we realized.
And Undoomed and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that.
Oh Jesus!
I mean,
I haven't
and
thought
then-
of Undoomed
then
in
we
a
were
long
like-
time.
That's what they
then we
say.
were like, then we're like, you know what? I bet if we like completely screwed up and had no schedule and stopped putting out videos, we could drive this number to zero. And we're getting
Well,
there.
Almost there. Cheers.
Like-
Follow
go
your
there.
dreams, gentlemen. Follow your dreams.
I used to watch Undoomed.
Look, he's a nice guy. I'll stop.
Well, yeah, y'all have squared off a couple times, and
We have.
had- he
we
had
have-
a
I
ch-
mean, we're still cool. I'm still cool with him.
well, yes,
I'm
I
still
see
cool
that
with
he has to
wife.
occasionally he has to check his relationship with you after y'all have a butting of heads.
Yeah, who will do that? Make
Like-
sure we're still cool.
Are we still cool?
Oh, speaking of which, I need to reach out to Sargon.
See if y'all are still cool.
He was throwing some shade at me in the chat.
Yeah,
What
that
the
was good.
fuck was that? Did you get? You have the screenshots, Pat?
I
We
put
didn't
them in
look
the.
at the
They're in the. I know we forgot to. I wasn't until I was on the way
Yeah.
home after the last live stream that I was like, oh shit.
At least he's
Wait,
got
I
his
wanna
hair
see
back
what
Sargon-
now.
the- I wanna see what
Sargon's-
the bastard had to say.
Sargon's got time from simping over Shoe Head to come after you. Jesus.
Ugh.
Did you guys
Yeah,
see
he
when
makes
he was a
little time for me.
skinhead?
He
for a
always makes a
while?
little time for me.
You're a sad girl.
He's always got a little time for me every once in a while.
Did you guys see Sargon's skinhead phase there?
He had
what?
a skinhead face.
We-
Oh, he like went with a buzz cut for a while there. It's growing back in now.
Oh, I
but
saw that. He looked like a
No,
It was awful.
divorced dad that's trying too hard.
huh?
look like
No. Yes, I missed that. I'm not paying enough attention to him. I feel like I'm letting our relationship die.
It was like a couple months ago.
I
Yeah,
just
he's
take
looking
the
more like
pillow
Nick
and make
Offerman.
it, you know. What's that about Nick Offerman? Oh yeah, yeah. I suppose he would a little bit, wouldn't he?
he looked a little bit like Nick Offerman when he buzzed his head. I was like, okay. I
Oh,
was like, all right.
I was sitting here just thinking. I guess his slide to the right has been accelerating. Maybe.
Yeah.
A tad.
You think?
So let's stop talking about all these shit lords and start talking about a true king. A duck
Did
walks
this happen
into.
down the road from you, there, Live?
Surprisingly,
It
no.
sounds
This
like
is
an
New
Irish
Zealand.
duck to me.
This is New Zealand.
Oh,
Duck
apparently.
walks into a pub.
Downs a
Starts a
pint
fight.
and
and
fights a dog.
And let's be honest, he won that fight.
Yeah,
No, everyone walks
and it
up
has a
on
bow
the fight.
tie. It has a bow tie.
We'll call him Tucker.
Yes. No,
Oh, they were ready
no.
for
He's too
him.
cool for Tucker. We'll call him Cucker.
He was ready with the pint too,
This is not the Duck's first time.
right?
It knew where
I
it
feel
was
like this
going
duck is- I feel
straight
like this
away.
duck is-
Mm-hmm. And this guy was waiting for it.
I would put the sound on, but BBC is BBC. So
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah,
Look, it's unintelligible nonsense and a duck. I think I can put it in my head. I got it.
I think you have a better story now in your mind than anything that old man could be saying, and he could
Yeah.
he could be throwing some real fire right now. I imagine you've got a better one. But a duck wearing a bow tie suffered injuries following a brawl with a dog in a pub in Shulameg, Devon. Ooh, Devon, not too far from where I'm from. A dapper dog named Star was enjoying a pint with his owner, Barry Heyman, when Heyman's dog, Meggie, reportedly started the fight. Typical. Star's beak was injured in the brawl, which took place in the old courthouse inn.
Oh,
Look
I
at
hate to
those!
see it.
Look at those mighty pint glasses there. This just makes me miss a pint. This just makes me miss the pub so much. The lockdown is still in full effect out here. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, it's also understandable.
Look, in America, they barely acted like there was a lockdown.
I know.
And now it's over. If whatever there was is over.
Yeah, we just, it's like if you're running a marathon and you know that you gotta get to the end. America just decided to put their hands up midway through the marathon, like, we made it, we finished, woo! And the tape's all up there. You gotta run through the tapes all up there. No, we made it, woo! Kiss me on the mouth.
Oh, I heard Florida's losing business because of the no vaccine rules that are in effect, where it's not like mandatory.
Yeah.
So like a cruise line.
Fane,
is like,
you want
well,
to take this?
Yeah, look, Florida.
Florida.
Fuck.
Florida.
is Florida. I mean, I grew up there, so shockingly enough. And yeah, man, they got some problems. But I'm going there this weekend, so I got 2 shots of Pfizer in this arm, and I already got plenty of fentanyl in this one.
Well,
I heard that's good for
I'm
the
ready.
virus as well.
now if
ready.
you do get sick or get attacked by an alligator, you won't feel it, and you'll become the next Florida man.
Well,
Yep.
Fane, we
Florida
could go down
man.
there. We could go down there together and give everyone a little Johnson and Johnson, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
What?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
little
He
tag
needs
team action.
dick.
We're gonna be putting our dicks in people, just roasting them on a dick spit.
Oh shit! This conversation. It's actually like he narrated the fight. He gave her a stare, then promptly stood on her back. It was not pretty and not nice. We were so scared we would lose Star. Jesus Christ! A typical pub fights. Fucking yobs right here, throwing, ruining the party for everyone else. He'd be rushed down to vet and going aesthetic. Thankfully, Star is a tough cookie. Thankfully, our Star is a tough cookie, and it looks like he came out okay. Star knows the air for regularly enjoying a pint of ale at the inn, always in his bow tie.
So when he went to the vet, and the vet was like, "Okay, what happened? Bar fight."
And you know what? If it's a local vet, they'd be like, I knew I recognized that bow tie anywhere.
Yeah. Which one of them had the broken bottle though? Is the question. Probably the duck.
You know what?
I think that's a move this duck would do.
Oh yeah, you know
The thing with ducks. and
Duck
geese.
ordered a beer to break the bottle so he could cut the dog, and the bartender's like, "How are you gonna pay for that?" He's like, "Just put it on my bill." All right. Sorry, I've been a dad for a couple of years now, and they're right there all the time now.
The lore of the dad joke
Always
cannot
got
be
one loaded.
resisted.
Always got one loaded. So yesterday, there's a road here by where Pat and I live.
That's how we get around.
You know Shiloh.
Yeah.
And Shiloh has those ponds,
Hmm?
and the geese, the Canadian geese,
Yes.
come in. So twice a year, there's this flock of Canadian geese that that stop at the pond on their way south or on their way back north, and they've been in recently, and
They
the
got all
other
their little
day, and
goose
I
limbs.
worry about them, but most
I've seen
people
a
are aware.
dead goose out there before. It's been hit.
Oh my god. So I'm driving to work yesterday, and in the middle lane I see it. I can see it upcoming, and I'm like, I start getting upset that some asshole has hit a Canadian goose. We have a little less every year, and I get really upset about it.
Hmm.
And I'm rolling down my window and yelling. And finally I get up on the dead goose, and nope, somebody had just thrown a bag of trash out. And I was so relieved.
You were so upset about the bag
I
of
was
trash.
so relieved. I was like, oh, it's just
It's just littering.
trash.
Americans doing American things and throwing their trash in the middle of the fucking
Making
road.
Native Americans cry.
Thank God. it was
Italians
making
playing Native
Americans
Americans.
Yeah, Italians playing Native Americans.
Italians
But
play.
not me. Not a white man having to cry. Oh, so close. So close. Please,
So-
please, everyone,
I have to-
stop making white cisgendered males cry. It's gotta stop. It's gotta fucking stop.
We are oppressed for too long. Does no one ever
Too long
think
is-
about the whites?
What? Someone please think
Think
about the
about-
white cisgendered males.
I have to admit, anytime I'm in the Midwest or maybe Ohio or something like that, and I'd always see the huge flocks of geese. All the while I'm thinking, how many of these get like shot at by these people? Because everyone has a gun.
Well,
And
by the
that's-
time they get, okay, some have guns, some have
Lot.
hunting guns. There's a difference.
Oh
By
yeah,
the time
obviously.
they make it to, by the time they make it to the south, there's a lot less that make it to the.
A lot less geese. There's a lot of
Yeah.
geese that don't make
mean,
it to the
I'm-
Caribbean or wherever they're headed.
I'm
A
sure
lot
there's
of
a
them
lot
don't
of
fucking make it.
I'm sure there's a lot of dumbasses trying to go after them with their pistols anyway, though.
I just
Yeah,
pictured
I
this
know,
fucking
I know.
redneck
Look,
shit face taking pot
Geese,
shots at a
geese fly down the
V.
East Coast, geese. Fly
Yeah.
down the East Coast,
You
stay
gotta-
just offshore.
Yeah, fly out and around America.
Stay
It's worth the
away
trip.
from Manhattan, or else people think another 9/11
This is
is going to
that
happen.
that
Only now with
that
geese.
there's the geese before they're leaving Canada, they're like talking to each other, and they're like, all right, well, who wants to go the long route, the safe long route? Who wants to go? Look, I'll just take the faster route. That's the way to go. And then the other geese go on the long route, and they get back like, hey, anybody hear from Clark? I don't think he made it past
Yeah, see,
Alabama.
this is why this doesn't surprise me, because Canadian geese are just stubborn assholes.
Yeah, I've gotten a shouting match with one that wouldn't cross the road. Just sat there and kept yelling at me. And I yelled at
Well,
him.
that sounds right. Yeah.
Who won?
Why?
I hit him with a car.
So he won the moral argument. You won the more
Well, as
practical
you've
temporal
learned,
argument.
as you've learned from the internet, it's not about who's right. It's who has more
But-
subscribers
It's
Who
about
has a
who's
car?
louder.
and who
Sorry.
or who has the car.
And is willing to scuff it up. Why am I not surprised that not only is Missy Ann in the chat, but she's got a wrench here?
Missy
Is
Ann.
Is there anywhere on the internet that Missy doesn't have a wrench?
Yes.
Is there anywhere where she doesn't have power?
Uh,
It's the
question.
boobs. It's the giant, tasty boobs.
the meat pies made flesh, which is also meat. So
She's been a good friend of the show since we started. So
Yes.
She's good people.
She's actually one of our
Yeah.
most recurring guests, and she's always up as like an emergency backup guest in case someone cancels at the last minute. I'm like, Missy Ann, we need your strength and your boobs.
Smart.
You know what's great
Smart.
about Missy? I'll tell you what's great about Missy. Missy, every time, like if I'm on Pit Monk's show. By the way, Pit Monk hit us up. He wants us to do his show.
He does it in the middle of the day. You know.
No, he's doing it at night now. He's got
Yeah.
Nightwood.
oh, really?
It's the
So,
one now.
yeah.
Okay, I
Didn't
can
know
do
that.
that.
So anyway, every time she's on, it's like doesn't matter how hot it is outside. She always looks like she's cold. Like she's always like pulling the hoodie up, like, oh. so cold.
Maybe she's just got the air conditioning turned up.
I was like,
real high in the
yeah,
house.
I've got air conditioning either on or none, and I keep it on. It's just cold.
Just so
Mine's kind of like that. Mine's very hard to regulate properly.
Oh, so you just use a Nest and tell my phone, I'm like, hey, turn it down to this temperature. It does that.
Mine just has a
Yeah.
dial. I can't give it a number. It's a pain in the
Oh,
ass.
I could talk to mine.
Ours is weird. We have to turn on our gas, and then it has like a little like digital thing built into it. And every time there's a power outage, and we're out in the countryside, so it happens surprisingly a lot, especially around about winter. It is all reset. Everything gets reset, so you have to reset it back exactly the way it was, which was factory setting. And I have no idea how Metal Monkey across the hole there does that. And
No, I've moved on. I've moved on. My life is completely lived on the internet. If I can't say, okay, Google, set the downstairs thermostat to 70 degrees, then I will just kill myself.
We're being corrupted by all these conveniences.
you
aren't
have
we?
returned to egg in many ways. You have returned to egg. Speaking of a human egg, but not an egghead, because he is a sweet boy, sometimes. Frustrated Trump supporter has a meltdown in Costco after customer refused to join his anti-mask rebellion. Now that
Sounds
face
glorious.
screams Trump supporter right there.
Yes.
It does. That face screams.
It's literally
yeah.
screaming.
They only have one volume. They're kind of like the air conditioning at Missy's house.
Also, I'm not surprised to find out that this is the face of the anti-mask rebellion attempt.
This is if you ever seen Futurama, this is the shouting albino gorilla that Professor Farnsworth made to just shout "Love Mom"
There was-
over and over again.
There's
Love
some
Mom.
meme that I saw that it was just this girl she posted. She said, I've had my vaccinations. I want to be able to go out without a mask, but I don't want people to think I'm Republican.
I saw that.
I was like, that's classic.
He calls himself the MAGA man. That's awesome.
Oh no.
Yeah, the MAGA Man.
Stop.
But it looks like Mega Man the way it should be all capped because it's an acronym. So it's
I
MAGA.
kind of like it though. I like
also
it.
like
It's
how
one
it's
letter
the
off. I
instead of
think it's.
the.
I like it.
Oh God,
like
he spelled it wrong. The.
The MAGA. Well, I mean, I think he did that on purpose, but he's like the MAGA
I
man.
don't know what it's from.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, so that
knows,
way he
though?
makes sure he can get his Twitter handle and his
Yeah, it's all the
YouTube
same.
channel. And
Encouraging customers to
Dot
reject
com.
tyranny. The tyranny of a bit of
Little
wool
cloth right in
felt
front of your
over
face.
over your face.
I'm sorry, everyone, but the correct term, if we're going to be talking about that, is face diaper, is what they like to call them.
Damn
Nice.
right. And
The tyranny of protecting your health.
Boys, is anybody tired of this tyranny?
we could just
You
stop it
forgot he was
there.
in Costco, dude.
Yeah, dude, don't
There's
pull
not a
up.
much more left wing fucking shopping place than Costco, dude.
I don't know.
You might as that's like going into Ben and Jerry's and trying to start your revolution.
You know, like yeah, but he had to go to a place that had he needed to go to a place that had like a soapbox that he's like, okay, I need that size soapbox. They have it in bulk here. I can stand on that and start my
The literal soapbox. He thinks it's like
Yeah.
that's
was like,
how
they-
you tell people shit.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go to Costco. It's the only place I can get a soapbox big enough to hold my giant MAGA man ass.
You love tyranny. You love
You love
tyranny.
tyranny.
You get out. You get out. You get out. No more masks. No more masks. No more masks. No more masks.
By myself.
I love when people try to start chants and no one responds, and they just
Yeah.
get louder and louder
It's
and
like,
more desperate.
It's like that guy in the
Please,
baseball
Jim.
game who tries to start the wave, but he's the only one who does it.
Woo!
That's me.
What the hell, guys?
I do that all the
That's
time.
bad.
We like to
That's
start
being
waves.
bad in a Braves game.
We do it like, and we'll do it like during the 7-inning stretch. Like everyone's running to go
You know
get
what
beers. We're like, yeah.
We show up early and go to the Delta. The
The
Delta. I keep wanting
Club.
to say Sky Club. Is
It's
that
not
what they
Sky-
call it there?
It's not
But
the Sky
I call
Club.
it Sky
it's-
Club, but we're going to the Delta Club and fucking hammer a bunch of drinks. And by the time we're sitting down, yep, wave time.
Oh,
First
yeah.
batter.
That's what people should do during the breaks when everybody goes to get concession food all at once. Do the wave in the concession lines.
We'll do it anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Anywhere.
I've seen it
I
outside
can
of
challenge
toilets. Like the line for the toilets. Like people are like, woo! But most people are like,
You don't-
oh God, I need to piss.
You don't want waves in the toilets, though. That's messy.
Yeah, when you're at the
Matter.
urinal, especially if it's one of those big trough urinals, you don't want to start. Yeah,
No, you keep your hands and your eyes where it needs to be
Everything-
in there.
Everything goes
don't
out
be.
of control. It's splashing
Anyone who's ever
everywhere.
seen F
Ugh.
is for Family when they went to
Yes.
the ballpark, then you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen
it.
all of them, but I don't recall the particular moment. But yes, I like that show. It's good.
It's
But yeah,
like
don't take your hands off the fire hose.
it's like King of the
Like-
Hill, but actually like with fucking teeth to it.
I
No
can't really
more-
stand King of the Hill.
I love
I-
King of the Hill, but it's a
I like-
different
I like
flavor.
that.
It's too on the nose for me.
Yeah, well, that's because he's a Florida man, so he's just like it feels like they're attacking me.
Yeah, like it's just like being in my neighborhood, and I'm already in my neighborhood. I don't.
Yeah, I
why
can just look out the window.
It's
and
just a
see that happening.
documentary of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
More mask. We're out of here. Let's leave. No more.
Oh, look at the muscle! Oh, I don't like the way when he paws it, it just goes back to this thumbnail. I want to actually like
Yeah,
look at it.
that's
But
annoying.
Mask.
look
No
at those
more mask. No
Look at that.
more mask.
the
No
fucking
more mask.
veins coming
No
out.
more mask. No more mask. No more mask. No more mask.
Oh, the guy filming, of course.
It's always amazing how these people get so invested in putting so much time and energy
Like, who
into
gives a
spreading
shit?
their opinion
But
to other
this
people.
is what's happening to the American conservatives. I'm sorry, Pat. I'm coming at you right now. Actually, it's not Pat anymore. It's not fucking Pat. Pat was.
I'm
Pat's a conservative, but they've become
disenfranchised.
what
conservative.
what they
It's a
hate.
start.
It's all culture war all the time. While we were trying to debate the last COVID response, relief package in Congress, the Republicans are standing up there going off about Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Somehow they've made masks like the Gadsden flag of 2020. And it's just constant culture war. It's exhausting. Just
They
try
don't
to
seem
be cool.
happy, do they?
Can't
They're
can't
not
we have a culture
happy.
truce for a while?
No, it's over. It's war. War has begun.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
it's-
trying to
and
turn
what's
your
more,
son
they're
into
gonna
a
lose
woman.
it really badly. Like,
Like,
if
why-
they
why
ever
can't
push
these
it too
weirdos
far, the
have-
world will just fucking destroy them. So I don't know what
But-
they're hoping to achieve.
Why can't these
Conservatism
people have-
always loses.
Why can't these people have their own weird opinions without
Finally,
feeling
the
need
chat
to
works.
recruit other people to it? you
Just
know?
don't inflict it on us. I don't
Right.
like my whole thing is wear a mask, don't wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, I'm like, dude,
Like I don't care if you don't like a mask, but why do you got to yell it at everybody?
yeah, you don't gotta
else?
scream at me. The people that aren't wearing a mask, I kind of look at them like, dude, we're not done yet. Just be cool.
Yeah.
Kinda like chat
Be
chat
cool.
saying, let's
Don't
bring back
ruin
the
it.
iron lung. Guys like this are gonna need one.
Iron lung, I like
I'd
it.
love like
fan.
like Elon Musk comes out with his version of the iron lung, which is like meant to be portable, and people are just rolling down the street in like these portable iron lungs.
I'm for it.
Just
I like
strap
it.
it to your back like a backpack.
Oh, it's oh god! Imagine it was full of like a particular gas that had to be constantly refreshed over and over again. Henceforth, that is a renewable source of income right there.
No.
Isn't that kind of like, was it Mr. Freeze? Isn't that kind of, or Bane had to have his own mask? They
Yeah,
had to
that-
wear it.
Both.
I think they both did.
technically.
They both did, but just to maintain who they were.
Yeah.
Well, I think with Mr. Freeze, it's just that he had to keep himself
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero at
temperature,
all
yeah.
times, yeah. Or else he.
But
like-
Bane had that I forget what they called it, that poison gas stuff. That
I wanted it was called poison or something, but it was something like that. But yeah, he had to keep, it was feeding him or whatever. He was,
actually, I don't think it was poison. I think it was just what kept him so jacked.
or
all the
Venom.
time.
I think it was called Venom.
It
Yeah,
was
something like
called
that.
Venom, yeah, because I
It
remember
was called Venom, but I don't think it was actually poison. So it was just like a steroid gas or something.
Yeah, and he could like adjust it with his belt buckle or something. It was
And
weird.
then whenever Batman or Superman didn't have time for him, they just rush up and pull out one of his tubes, and he'd have a freak out trying to get it back in and just push him aside.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seems like a very bad structural weakness in your whole plan.
Yeah, don't give giant fuck me lights
It's
on the
like
side of
those-
you like a
the
90s
old,
video game, you know?
Like the old deep sea diver masks, you know,
Mm.
and it had the whole suit, and
Yeah,
like,
the
but
little-
like,
the little round window
Little
on the front.
yeah, but like, you know, you're going down there, gonna fight Shark Man, and he just runs over and knocks your tube. He's like, okay, God damn it! Like,
I mean,
eventually,
that's
you're like,
what we need. Like,
I gotta stop
somebody
picking a
who's-
fight with
We-
Shark
we need
Man.
We need a character who just walks around on land in one of those diving suits all the time because they're actually like a merman or a shark
That's-
inside, and they're walking
Yes,
around in
and
the
the
There
diving
is.
suit's full of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a water apparatus. See, that's why when people are like, you know that dolphins are probably smarter than humans. They've done tests. I'm like, when I see a dolphin hopping out of the water in its own dolphin-made suit and hiking up to like the Best Buy to like pick up something, they're like, all right,
It's your world
that's
now.
cool.
I
I
mean,
just see a dolphin in Costco protesting masks.
the
then,
dolphin,
then equal rights.
the dolphin's smart.
We want more
Smart enough
herring.
to-
We want more herring.
No,
dolphins
you know
are
what
smart
would be
enough,
worse?
They don't want to go to Best Buy.
Let's be
They got
honest
be-
here.
They got better standards than that.
You know what would be worse than that? If they all got up out of the water and there's this long pause and suddenly, so long and thanks for all the fish.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
But that reference would go over a lot of people's heads.
Not this one.
I just
I would
head to
love
the
that.
nearest pub and be like, look, whatever anyone wants to buy, just buy it.
6 pints of bitter and put it on my bill. Back.
Just like
You are
put a
going
little
to
speaker
drive
down.
that bill into the ground.
Oh yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
a congregation of them, and one of them steps forward and puts a little speaker down, and it's like text to speech. Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
all the fish.
Oh. That's
And
it.
then we all start freaking out. But then after we all freak out, all the dolphins laugh, and they've just been trolling us the whole time. They just know our culture. Like they actually
Yeah.
have they've read the Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah.
Douglas Adams was actually a dolphin the whole time.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. He has
Mm.
like a zipper around his back, and he kind of comes out as a dolphin and flops back into the water.
Yeah, he
Um,
undoes the zipper, and he's got the diving suit with full of water underneath it.
Dude, I just want to see more art of like a land fish, like a fish on land in a diving suit. Like,
We need to get
with
Optic
its head-
Decay. Optic Decay could draw that out pretty good. I think you just
wanna-
pulled his
I want to play a
arm.
video game where that's your character.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
it's
time
brilliant.
to take back the land from the surface dwellers. And then this
Yes.
comes out like-
We must reclaim our birthright from the dry ones.
yes. It
Like
kinda
drives up on like an aquarium with these giant wheels on it.
That's
Wheeling
like,
up.
that's like their mobile command center.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's like XCOM, but like reversed. Like you're taking over
Yes.
the earth. Fuck yeah.
I would
Oh,
play that.
you motherfuckers in the gaming industry, including you indie gobshites who I also secretly love. Get to work. Get to work. We have given
Yes.
you
Do
some
your
prime ribs right there.
Dolphin XCOM, let's do it.
Dolphcon. Decon.
Yes.
Decon.
Dolphcon 4.
Ooh. So let's toss this out to the chat as well as to our illustrious guest. Our stance on Tucker Carlson is tepid, perhaps.
I think he's a sweet boy, and I like what he stands for.
Oh damn!
He's a white supremacist.
Oh,
I
that's a
retract
bit
my
more on the
previous
nose.
statement. This is
Ah,
One went in one
This is
direction, the other went in the other.
part 1 of my 3-part apology. Sorry.
Be sure you're stroking a dog as you're apologizing it in your fucking mansion. Yeah, so Tucker Carlson, yeah, okay, everyone knows who Tucker is, and I did not know who this lady was, as apparently she has a show.
That's Joy Reid.
I guess it is. This is
It
this
is.
is a new age for me. But regardless
Where's
of
her
what
bow tie?
what I don't know, but she has a top that has 2 colors on it, and it looks like something out of the
Ooh.
original Next Generation Star Trek.
Is that legal?
Yes.
No, don't mix the colors, guys.
According to the Bible, you're not meant to.
Oh boy, it's like Tucker's with it. It's like he's right here on the stream with us.
Y'all
Wait,
set
hold
me
on.
up
Let
on
me
purpose.
put on the face. Oh.
Oh.
Huh? Huh? But those other people, though, right?
Mm.
I love how every guest he's listening to, he just sits there with his mouth open. You just want
Good old Tucker face, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's catching flies.
Well, this lady agrees, and she does it in a very sassy way. And it's probably incredibly lib, and it's also probably reductionist, and I imagine it might even piss some people off. I don't
Is it actually
care.
sassy or is it liberal, quote unquote,
You
sassy?
be the judge, because that I think goes down to individual personal tastes.
Ooh.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
True.
I will not put words in your mouth. I will put other things in your mouth, but that comes later.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Mm. Sexy time.
Daddy Energy knows what to do. And that is hit play on this video.
Out of time watching Fox News, or the BS Factory, as CNN's Jim Acosta more colorfully dubbed them this weekend. Personally, I prefer my news and information to be grounded in reality rather than monetizing my amygdala to keep me on edge and buying my pillows in gold. However, according to Media Matters, The Root, Crooks and Liars, and others who watch Fox News, so you don't...
Just so we don't get any sort of copyright, I will stop now and again, but I did say there would be sass.
Oh,
have to.
Joy
I didn't know she
Sassy.
played Bloodborne.
It's not even passive aggressive. It is just aggressive.
Oh yeah, I imagine that she kind of like fought to get this on air because it is very
Yeah.
confrontational.
Let me say the things.
And it gets so much better.
At least 3 times in the last month. Well, Tucker Carlson took time off from badgering strangers in parks and bouncy houses to demand that they show him their children's unmasked faces to refer to moi as the race lady. The race lady. Why would they call me that? I mean, I used to run track in high school, but I mean, honestly, I'm not that fast. So what else could it be? What else could it be?
Watch The Race Lady on MSNBC.
Alpha King Chad right here. Right next to a picture of the most ridiculous wall since the Great Wall of China. You know?
Oh, you mean the scrap fence?
That there is now compilation videos of people from Mexico hopping over from it.
Yeah.
Even
Hopefully
think
with
of
better-
all the medical you motherfuckers could have gotten with that.
That was the thing, is it was just such
Healthcare.
a ridiculous, like, even most people with brains that were like, okay, does he mean like a real wall? Because that's stupid. Is he talking about?
Do you
like,
remember
like
the solar wall where it would be like
like
powered by
it's-
solar panels to make the lids happy?
what's the like, he's talking about like a tangible wall? Is that what he's saying, or is he just like it's a metaphorical wall? And then we found out, no, he meant a fucking wall, and we're like, oh, that's so stupid. that's
Homer's
so dumb.
wall in The Simpsons when he divided Springfield down the half made more
Yeah.
sense, and that was made
Yeah.
out of trash. And I had the Who on top of it.
So is this one?
Are there parts of like was it Hater's Wall that's only like 2 feet tall? Like,
Yeah,
it's more just
Oh yeah.
it's
I've
a
seen it.
symbolic wall. You're supposed to just
I mean, it used to
understand.
be taller.
It was so
But,
much
like,
taller.
That's like if we just walked over there, just put up velvet ropes and made our country's VIP, and just you can't come past this. Like, yes,
Yeah.
physically anybody could go past it if they really wanted to, but it's like, but we're telling you, don't do it unless you have the wristband. No, it's-
But here's what I want to know, Lev. The compilation of the Mexican people hopping over these walls, are they playing, is it like at 2 times speed and played yakety sax?
Yeah.
No,
As it should be.
unfortunately, if I'm right, there's no music at all. It's just like a collection of like.
Then the Border Patrol chases them back over and then they ditch them and come back again.
You know what the
Border
sad
Patrol
fact is?
with
The
nightsticks
Border Patrol
shaking
doesn't
'em.
show. The Border Patrol doesn't show up as Keystone Cops. He's like in the back of their car, also like waving their batons,
Jumping
like,
up and down, waving their angry fists impotently.
Womp, 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 wow. Should all be done
Because
as
it's not-
a silent film.
Because if you're going to do yakety sax, there needs to be a ridiculous chase scene that makes no sense, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah, we're just chasing circles and
There's
whatever.
a figure eights and
until our the protagonist stops and the antagonist just keeps running in circles. It's
Yep.
hilarious.
At one point, the antagonist is like, the roles are reversed, and like he's chasing like the cops, and they're like, "Hey, wait a minute!"
The border patrol is sneaking into Mexico now.
Yeah.
That's what they will expect that.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if America keeps going the way it does.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh.
All right, let's hear what Tucker had to say.
BC. Harvard educated but totally oppressed and absurdly racist claims, says the race lady from Harvard. Joy Reid, the race lady over at MSNBC. Here's the race lady from MSNBC finally putting her Harvard degree to work. Oh, wait a second, Harvard educated race lady? Now you're really confusing us. Well, Joy-Ann Reid, the race lady over on MSNBC, took a quick break from haranguing Whitey yesterday.
Haranguing Whitey.
Whoa!
Voice of millions of people. Most likely related to a huge chunk of our audience.
It's
if not
Tucker.
outright directly.
Dad loves Tucker.
Is Tucker
Yeah.
like is he grifting because he realizes this is where it's at, or is it like he
I
really
think
is
he's
just
bitter. I think that's all it is. He's bitter.
a crazy white
He's
supremacist
angry right now. He's angry right now.
You could see
He's
the
been
rage.
being angry
You could.
on his whiteness?
at this boy losing. What was it? What was that? That
Derek Chauvin.
Megan McCain's called him the other day. Cheeto Jesus. I loved it.
Oh. Yeah, like he is like a 110% like white nationalist piece of shit at this point now. And
He's really being that way.
And
He's just
Wait, when did,
really
when did
just
we start
right
talking
out there
about
with
Nick
it.
Fuentes? I'm confused.
there are
I
other
know,
white
right?
supremacists, but you know what the thing is?
Oh,
At
sorry,
this
Sargon.
rate, yeah, absolutely. But you know what the sad fact is?
JF?
At this rate,
JIF.
we're going to see all those people and more. In fact, we already have seen Sargon on Tucker Carlson's show, haven't we?
I think he was
Have we?
once, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Man.
Carl, what are you
Carl.
doing, Carl?
That kills people.
That's the thing is if conservatives, Republicans want to be taken more seriously, you've got to get the crazy yahoos, particularly ones that keep pushing some like pro-white narrative.
They can't
it's
say
coming across,
outright pro-white. It always has to
yes,
be. It always has to be hidden underneath some sort of
yes,
bullshit thing.
and
Like, I'm just looking out for the working class. Oh, what's the working class to you?
Oh.
You know, a bunch of white guys
Oh, the
in,
people
from
with
the
jobs.
1950s.
yeah. It's the dog whistles are becoming just easier and easier to hear,
like-
and it's been mainstreamed over the last 4 years.
but Fox
and-
News has gotten into the point where they have their where Shepard was, where he was just trying to be a journalist on Fox, and then they had their
now his
opinion.
ass is on. Now his ass is on CNBC.
I know, and that like you didn't even know that at the time. I didn't tell you because it happened so
Yeah.
recently. You didn't realize he had changed, and I was like, "Yeah, he's not on Fox anymore because he
They
was
got
just
rid of
tired of the
his
bullshit.
ass.
He was tired of the bullshit as well. He was getting mad and decided he was like, I'm not letting up. And the thing is, they have these opinion piece people. You get like the Hannitys and the Tucker Carlson and stuff, the crazies that will they disguise it as a news show.
Yeah.
Like
They
what
aren't
you're
even
hearing
in
is,
some cases allowed to call it a news show anymore, are they? It's
No.
like it's just like the
Fox Entertainment.
yeah, like the experience, the Tucker Carlson experience, the Hannity hour, or some shit like that.
well, yeah, it was like the O'Reilly factor, the nose
Yeah.
whatever. And it was just insane. How many horrible human beings that they just kept pumping out.
And still
And
will.
after a while,
and
I'm like,
still are.
yeah, I'm like, I guess
They
because
just
the
hired
numbers,
Haley McEnany.
because the numbers are up, and they're like, money comes in and money over everything. So doesn't matter that we're not really helping the cause. It's just money.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're burning
So-
down the cause because in the
Yeah, and
process they're getting
you're
more money.
radicalizing the casual conservative to suddenly think that there's a bigger problem that isn't there.
Do you
Yeah.
think that actually hold on, sorry, Krender.
What? No, I was just nodding in agreement. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Do you think at this rate the Republican Party might break off into like the Radical Party, which will form a new thing, or and like the few people left who have brain cells will kind of reform the Republican Party?
Well,
Do you think
this
that's
is
gonna
right up.
happen?
This is right up Pat's alley because this
Here's
is
the
the
pro-
battle he's fighting.
Yeah,
It's
and
really, really great.
I feel like I'm
I've
alone
heard
a lot
this
of
rant.
times. Yeah. The
Does seem
thing
like
that
you're in a
I
minority anyway.
I think yes, there are many level-headed conservatives, and the problem is it's the crazies that are like these dog whistle people like Tucker and all that shit.
The ones that went to
that-
the Capitol riot.
Yeah, and are radicalizing the average because they're pumping fear that your lifestyle will be affected by the Democrats. No, it fucking won't. Nothing is. It doesn't matter which president we had. Obama for 8 years. We had George W. for 8 years. It's like you have a Bill for 8 years. You had all these presidents leading up. And did your life change that much? No. But the way I'm seeing it going now, it's like the Republicans are going, in particular Fox News, I guess I should be more specific, are ramping up that your way of life is under attack. You've got the InfoWars guy, was it Alex Jones, screaming like that what you call life right now might be fleeting and it's going away. It'll be gone by tomorrow if we keep letting the Democrats destroy civilization is what they're trying to do. And it's like, no, they're fucking not. You're completely blowing out of proportion, but they're grabbing a couple of those simple conservatives that are just like, yeah, kind of average guy, want to go and out their day. But then all of a sudden they're like, wait, that's what's happening? And they're ramping all these people up. And the last 4 years, even if you're a Republican, you voted for Trump, if you can't, either you've completely ignored the fact that Trump had spun this up and turned this into a thing. And now you're getting these crazy Republicans that are calling themselves Republicans, these radical
Who's the
Republicans.
blonde girl who thought that like Jewish lasers would attack and shit like that? Was it Lauren Southern? I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Lauren, but yeah. So as far as the Republican Party, they have to get more grounded. I think they should definitely shy away from any reality show star as a mouthpiece. You need the Obama of Republicans. You need a cool guy, someone that's likable, doesn't say some crazy shit. I didn't realize how much Mitt Romney seemed like a cool guy now. I'm like, God, you know what? Can we get Mitt back?
Wow.
But
Yeah,
you
what a
have him
moderate.
in the
Like that's what I'm
Chef.
saying. It's
But
like
no.
that's where it's gone.
But no, like
So,
you
no.
have him in the form of Ted Cruz. What's wrong?
Oh God. So speaking of representatives, our congressional representatives, one of Pat's from the great state of Georgia is the Jewish space laser lady. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Thank you.
I thought
I
I was
knew that
wondering if
wasn't
it
the
was
right
her.
name.
Right
Joanna,
here.
Joanna, you got
She's
it.
ours. She's ours.
She's crazy in a lot of ways.
How
Wow,
did she get
wow.
elected? Like, what was her platform? Why did she
This
get elected? Who
fucking
was she running
state.
against?
This fucking state, she wasn't running against anyone, I don't think. And she's from the rural part of the state. And they were going, all she had to do was beat out a Republican, and she did it by being the biggest Trump supporter. You know, that was her angle. And so she easily won her seat, and probably will be there for a long time because they love that shit out here in the sticks. We did that. That's our fault.
Yeah. But yeah, the Republicans, if you want to, I don't know, man. You gotta like I'd say, burn it all to the ground so we can build back. But you're gonna have to have a cool, level-headed, so one willing to have a discussion and like a
You need a
formal debate.
savior of the
You don't-
Republican Party.
Yeah, you can't have a Trump who talks over the other guy during a debate, who mocks him, who mocks everyone. You know, what was it the guy, the columnist that he mocked? He's like, and
Oh
started doing this
God,
shit.
yeah.
And it was like, you don't need the bully. And the thing is, a lot of these Republicans, I like him because he's stands the way he says and he's assertive. I'm like, no, he's an asshat. There's a difference. It's fine to be
No,
assertive
that's-
if you
that
know
is-
what you're saying.
This is
But
the
he's saying a
core
bunch of
difference,
he just-
though, when you think about it, right?
it's.
this
I
is
like that he's
your
abrasive. I'm
idea.
like, no, he's an asshole. There's
Yeah,
a difference.
But here's the thing: maybe it's a generational. No, because even then, like a lot of people who voted for him were much older. Like, I honestly think that it might be down to people who just want to be on the winning side for once, and they don't care what the consequences are. And I think that's what happened to the old Republican Party. But then again, the old Republican Party had Reagan in it. In my mind, oof.
Reagan was a
had-
Democrat.
No,
No, he
but
wasn't.
no, the
Let's be-
parties were both more left then.
Yes,
Believe
that's
it
what
or
I'm saying.
not.
It's shifted, and now that's what I'm saying. Reagan is where Reagan stands.
All
It's
right.
in a different place.
Yeah,
But
where Reagan now would be a Democrat.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
And
back
he'd be one
then,
of
like
those
he followed Jimmy
Democrats.
Carter. Like,
That's our boy.
Wasn't there a big
yeah,
thing
another one from our state back when things were better.
Wasn't there a thing at one point where the two parties like swapped places? They used to be
Southern
backwards from what they
strategy,
are
yes.
now.
Yeah, the
Southern
Dixiecrats
strategy.
and the Republicans being the ones that legalized, that freed the slaves with the Civil War and everything.
Yeah, I love that talking point.
Oh God, yeah. But the Democrats were the ones that fought on the South that you would now want
That's
to
what
fight.
we did.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
it.
That's it. That's it. That's right. That's
That's
it.
how you do it.
That's us Democrats right now. The whole thing is, I'm like trying to make sure we have all three houses so we can reinstate slavery.
You know what? Hot take.
That's it.
Crazy take. I'm sure you've never heard of it before. Maybe you take that electoral college and you fuck it out the window.
Oh my
Fuck
God,
that
we've been
thing.
trying.
Fuck the
Here's the
electoral college.
thing
Makes no sense. And then people are like tyranny of the majority. Fuck you. That's democracy.
It's literally
What
democracy.
the fuck? You want?
how
It's like
stable
literally
all
arguing
the-
for tyranny
Well,
of
that was the thing. That,
minority.
the electoral college. Fane and I agreed on that years and
Yeah,
years
long
ago. We
time
always said I was horrible, and then all of a sudden now it was like, if you don't like the electoral college, it's because you're a Democrat and you're trying to win. I'm like, no. I was like, I've been a Republican, a lifetime Republican, and I thought it's an absurd. I don't
Yes,
like it.
sir.
It's
When a
stupid.
person in Wyoming's vote is 32 times more valuable than mine in Georgia.
Yeah.
Because of population.
Yeah.
That makes no
That's a weird
fucking
goddamn system. Why can't it
sense.
just be number of votes and that's it?
Yeah, popular vote. There you
popular
go.
vote. And if you want to win, try being more popular. Fuck.
Yeah, that's
Win
how
the
we
popular
elect
vote by being popular.
prom king queen, right? That's how we win.
We
Or
need
can we just
another
have, like,
Huey Long in the house. That's what I'm
Or
saying.
maybe we should do it like a American Gladiator style, where they have to like run through a gauntlet,
Yeah.
Or
See a bunch
Hunger
of old
Games.
white
That would
dudes.
work too.
get jousted off the top
Like
of something.
the laziest Hunger Games ever. A bunch of old white dudes like creeping around in wheelchairs and crutches.
You know
Like-
AOC would be ready for that. She'd come out in like fucking
Fuck them.
battle bikini with like a fucking
Her
double scythe.
and Lauren Boebert from Colorado with all the fucking guns. She
Yeah.
is ready.
Yeah, well,
She can't fucking
when one of them
wait.
kills one of the other, they take their blood and wipe it over their face.
Oh,
Whoever
yeah.
has the most blood at the end of it becomes the
Yeah,
next president.
where's the other one? The loser's head as a hat and
Yeah,
walks around.
their skulls are on the inauguration day
look.
podium. You know, like-
Whose skull is AOC wearing though?
oh geez, probably Bernie at this rate. Like, it's a free for all. It's a genuine free for all. And
Oh.
Bernie, you know what? He'd be like, you know what? It's for the best of the country. And she'd be crying, he'd be like, do it and look me in the eyes. Do it.
Bernie is Bernie's barely wearing his own head. It's a hat. Like,
Yeah.
he's all
He hasn't
slumped
worn his own
over.
head for years.
Oh,
Poor guy. I love that guy.
Oh, did you see him at the inauguration?
with the
It was so
mittens.
good,
the
dude.
mittens. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you mean
I
the day
loved
he
it.
turned into a meme on a T-shirt?
yeah. I just wanted.
loved it.
I feel like he was just waiting for his hot cocoa to get there so he could do this little thing.
I mean, I'll give him props. He was selling his own meme on T-shirts himself, so that's some
That's really
awareness.
good.
I
right
hear the
there.
girl who
Yeah.
actually made him those mittens in the first place ended up like getting massive orders for them. So good for her.
Good
All
for
right.
her.
back to this then. Back to the race lady response to Tucker
I wonder if
Carlson.
Race Lady actually does play the race card a lot, or if that's just something Carlson thinks.
I
I
like
think
I said,
that's why
this is-
he's shoehorning that in. But
I mean, he's clearly obsessed with
Did
it.
he say Whitey? Oh, honey, honey, Tuckums. Is this really about me
Tuckums.
fixating on race, or is it about you fixating on race? I mean, when you recently went off on me for continuing to mask up post-vaccine while jogging in crowded Central Park, you weirdly, as you did in that montage, threw in my attending Harvard. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm sensitive to this stuff, but it felt kind of like a dog whistle. I mean, did you want to go to Harvard? Did they reject you? And you think, oh yeah, they let the race lady in. Blah, affirmative action, blah. Well, listen, let me cheer you up, okay? I got into Harvard and, okay, Yale, Vassar, and the University of Denver too, because I had a...
Ooh, fucking low key. Look at that, fucking tossing that shit on top of you.
I am enjoying this sass.
I did
Some
say,
shade.
and
Some
that-
shade.
yeah.
really high GPA and fantastic SAT scores. And that's how affirmative action works, love. Schools search for smart people from diverse backgrounds so that these schools won't be as dry as all the major sports leagues were before they desegregated. See? Just because, maybe you didn't have great grades and great test scores and needed your girlfriend's daddy to help you get into college doesn't mean that you don't have amazing people in your life who love you. I mean, you got all that Swanson money, right? That sticks for everybody. Woo! And, you had fun at Trinity after, you got bought in, right? By the way, what was the Dan White Society?
Oh, Vosh looked this up when I watched this for the first time. No, it was either Vosh or Jake, one of the two. And the Harvey Milk Society, yeah. There is a society that was dedicated to the guy who assassinated Harvey Milk, and Tucker Carlson was a part
I've
of
never
it.
heard of him.
Jesus
Yep. And
You
there
haven't
was
heard of
another
Harvey
murder.
Milk?
Hmm?
No, I mean it's weird to have a club for a murderer, but
It was like a
Who
fan
is this
group
guy?
where he was like, this man
Harvey
knew
Milk-
what was important in society. White society.
Harvey Milk was I think San Francisco. He was
Yeah.
a city councilman in San Francisco who was
Mhm.
openly gay back when that was not okay.
And he
Right.
ran,
Um,
like,
Yeah, man.
he actively pursued gay rights.
He
And,
was an activist. Yes.
Yeah, and he was assassinated by a dude who
yeah.
apparently had a fan club that included.
did Sean Penn play him in the
Tucker
movie?
Carlson.
so Carlson's
Huh?
a big fan of gay killing.
Oh yeah,
Got
there's
it.
a movie. It's just
There
called
is.
Milk, right?
And
It's
it's-
called Milk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's
you know
called
what?
Milk,
It's
but-
a solid film. I've seen far better, I've seen far worse, but you know what? It's a solid film all round. I'd recommend it. They get down to the intersectionality of it that I thought was very cool, like how all the different groups had to get together and work out the differences. Like they tried to work with the Black Panthers, who were like, you are trying to make black men seem weak, and they're like, I just thought you didn't like being oppressed. I thought that was your
Yeah, like,
modum
fuck
operandi,
that.
right? I didn't know about all
But
this
we
extra.
also don't like those gays.
Mm.
Yep.
You know what? Moving on. And just because the CIA rejected your application, I mean, look, things turned out fine for you.
Fucking Tucker in the CIA. Would he be like would he be one of the lunch ladies? Maybe.
What?
With
I
like
can
a
see him
fucking
as a lunch lady.
hairnet, pouring coffee for like the actual
Working
director.
in the CIA cafeteria.
Slap a Joe, slap a Joe, yeah.
Lunch lady land.
Ladies and
I know
gentlemen,
that song.
today our lunch menu is Sloppy Joe's, and tomorrow it's pizza. Pizza.
And
Chop a
main
fucking
onion
egg.
sandwiches.
We got pizza and corn, everybody.
Chop a broccoli.
Gonna have fucking avocado pizza for fuck's sake. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what the fuck I'm going with there.
Yeah, he's working at the moment. A black CIA person walks in, he's like, "I bet you're here for the chicken." And I'm like, "Oh shit, sucker! Got that? Get it back. We talked about this."
Oh, hi. Yes, so we have the fried chicken over here. Here's the watermelon. Here's some bananas. And he's like,
Tucker.
sorry, what? And quickly, everyone's
me?
like trying to take him Tucker aside, you know?
It's like, Tucker, this is the real deal now. You can't keep doing that shit.
I just got back from South America where I overthrew another leftist government. And you're gonna treat me this way, Tucker?
I want my damn muffin.
Cornbread. All right. We're crushing it.
I will have the watermelon though. Thanks for asking.
Damn right.
You had a great career
Very good for your skin.
over here at MSNBC. Oh, actually, okay, that didn't work out. Well, look, you were great on CNN, though, until Jon Stewart kind of humiliated you, but it's fine. You're fine.
Hard.
Don't call him hard.
That
That
was a
was a hard
glorious
dunking.
moment.
Well, that's the thing. He thought he could talk over Jon Stewart and like thought that Jon Stewart was just some dumb comedian guy. I was like, he is no. I was like,
You
Jon
don't fuck
Stewart's
with Jon
incredibly
Stewart, man.
No,
He's
Jon
like a
Stewart
tick.
Incredibly
fucks with
smart.
you.
And I think Jon Stewart always liked that people just thought he was just some dumb comedian guy and didn't realize
Sure,
that he's.
I think
'Cause
he
it-
played
you-
that up to make people underestimate him.
Yeah, it's much easier to succeed when people underestimate you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Can I
Guy's a
just say one
legend.
thing though? That's a good head of hair. That is,
got a
regardless
lot
of
of hair.
anything else, it's a decent. I'm not saying amazing, but a decent head of hair. And ever since I
Yeah.
went bald, that's what I focus on men. And it's like, where am I on the hair scale? I had better. Oh no. Someone fucking knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Fine. Things are going great for you. And back to the whole race thing, just saying, I'm not the one who spools out over my neighborhood changing like I'm some segregationist housewife from the 1950s. That would be you, Tuckums.
Ouch.
And I'm not the one
Tuckums.
spouting a conspiracy theory that white people are going to
Next time anyone watching right now who has their own channel, including yourselves,
Tuckums.
Talkums.
Tuckums.
If you are going to look at some of Tucker Carlson's work, put it in the thumbnail as Tuckums. We look at Tuckums, ladies
Oh,
and
yeah,
or something like that.
Tuckums.
Tuckums Carlson.
God, I love her casual condescension on this guy.
She clearly has
It's
had
really
enough of this shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
This
This is high quality sass.
She put together a banger. I will say
Yeah.
that. Put together a banger.
be
They were like,
replaced
"All right, you got
by a
3
Democratic
minutes." She's like, go.
She is ruining this man.
Party conspiracy to import non-white people to outnumber them, a theory that was also mouthed by the Charlottesville Tiki Torch Nazis. That would also
Oh,
be
no.
you. And the reason I continue to mask up in crowded places is because I don't know how many people in those crowds that I'm jogging around didn't hear about the court case where your bosses said that your show isn't news. So they listen to you like you are the news. And I don't trust that people who listen
it's very brave of MSNBC showing a literal castration live on screen.
I don't know how many more times could Tucker be castrated? Tuckums be castrated before
He's
just
done
like
it to himself a few times.
I know he's just so bad at. He's just so
How
bad
does
at
it keep
this.
growing back all over again?
It's
He's like a
more like a
lizard.
skin tag at this point.
I can't imagine how angry
Oh, there
this
we
must have
go.
made him.
Confirmed. Tuckums is a reptilian.
to you, Tuckums, are taking precautions against COVID rather than freaking out about a piece of cloth and busting into the Target to cough on all the cereal boxes like they're 17th century colonizers touting measles blankets with them. People like you and your friends and the BS factory are keeping us steeped in COVID sickness and rage and paranoia. And the ways in which you, Lil Tucker, are making America
Lil
worse
Tucker.
are why I will continue to keep my mask on in a crowd. And we'll have more on your endless COVID hell that the endless COVID hell that the Tuckers of our country, who by the way are the absolute worst, are helping to create.
Are the absolute worst.
That was fire.
Really?
I
That
like
way,
her.
if you watch
Next
the
month,
whole
a
thing she
judge
just
will
said,
sentence
you
former
understand
Minneapolis
what she was
police-
saying. At the very end, that was her thesis statement that she had to get to. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tucker is the absolute worst.
dude. Yeah, dude. That was blasting, dude. I liked it.
Yeah.
Hey, I like how she
Fucking twist the
mentioned
knife.
that same thing about how Fox News or the BS Factory is pumping out shows that aren't news, but people consider it news,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the difference. They obtain the information poorly.
From one Chad to another, by the way.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Yeah.
More pure sass.
Damn right. And that's.
Somebody just got told by a 10-year-old.
I just love.
5-year-old.
I love his priorities. Yeah, like from an early age, he knows.
Yeah.
He's got no time
Don't
for
waste
that.
my time.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Yes, like he's underlying, like you understand me. Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he was very polite about it. Polite but firm.
He's probably been raised very well.
Polite but firm. Polite but firm. Clearly.
It's how
kid's
you don't
going
get
places.
walked over.
This kid is going places.
Yeah, to a sweatshop.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't
Go out
have
there.
time.
Yeah, I have time for
Gotta
gossip.
go out there and make some merch for YouTubers.
I need to make some sweaters.
Yeah, for 10 cents an hour.
Finally, we get to the last part of our title thumbnail with a Karen. Although technically, the guy with the no mask is also a Karen.
Look, it's full of Karens.
Wow, battle of Karens.
Oh, there's a good chance he will win out, but I'm very happy to be wrong if what we see
You
is
gotta be
pure-
careful around a big heaped pile of Karens.
Yeah.
You do.
By the way, chat or Bell or esteemed guests, if you
Esteemed. I love it.
esteemed hams even because memes, what is a collection of Karens called? I've yet to come up with a
A
decent
gaggle?
An
Okay.
That
annoyance,
seems too obvious.
an
It does
annoyance of
seem-
Karens.
Annoyance is good.
I wish an annoyance
Or-
is
or
good. That's a
screech.
good one. It's a good one. I wish we could that the crows hadn't already stole the best
The
one.
Murder?
a murder of
Murder of
crows.
Karens.
Yeah.
No,
Murder
that sounds like an action or a call
Yeah,
of
it
duty.
sounds like a threat.
That's
Um,
a desired outcome.
Yeah. That's fan fiction right there. You know?
Karens in the wild.
Yeah, how about a screech of Karens?
So my friend, I went out.
That's
I like it.
that's good.
I like that one.
A
I like that
screech
one.
of Karens.
A screech
Yeah.
of
that
Karens.
that might play.
Yeah.
That one. You know what? I'm gonna say it one more time. A screech of Karens, and
Rolls off the tongue. It's good.
that should stick it into. Yeah, I'm gonna
Didn't-
start playing it. I'll play it on Twitter. I'll play it on
feels
our
right.
channel. I'll start saying it, and I'll make sure to credit you.
Awesome.
Well
Yeah,
done.
let's get this going and make it a thing.
Motherfucking Grandar throwing down the intelligence.
Out to enjoy our day today. We went for a bike ride at Central Park. That charger.
Can I just have it back, please? This lady just stole my charger and won't give it back. She's saying that I have to prove that it's mine, and she's calling the cops on me right now.
That you're gonna beat me.
It's so surreal seeing New York. Last time I was there, it was so.
She stole her charger like out of her stroller or something? What was it?
All right, let's
Or
go
did,
back.
or did she like borrow it and then pretend it was hers or something?
The charger slid out of my friend's bike, and she ran to pick it up and refused to give it back until we proved.
Oh no,
it.
she just straight up yoinked it. Okay.
Yeah, she saw it on the ground. She grabbed it.
She's like, mine.
This lady just stole my charger and won't give it back. She's saying that I have to prove that it's mine, and she's calling the cops on me right
That
now.
you're gonna beat me.
She said
They're
we're gonna.
going to beat me. Oh, I'm getting strong France flashbacks.
That's a power move where you steal something from somebody and then call the cops on the other person for trying to claim it back.
That's a bold move. I could just break into someone's house, sit in the chair, and be like, "Prove it's your house. Those are pictures of my family. Those are pictures of my family."
Be her.
They're black.
The
I'm
right
sorry?
cut. Yeah, it's like that
Just 'cause I
Sergeant
was adopted
Bilko
doesn't mean I'm
scene
a
where he
lesser part of
walks,
this family.
he walks into the black. Oh God. Long story short, like 20 of them have to go from one barracks to the other, but they just pick random rooms before inspection. So when they go in to have a look at like the individual rooms, the general and the such notices like the white guy is in a room full of pictures of a black family, and he's like, Sergeant, what exactly is a picture of a African American family doing in your room? They are the African American Hour on most popular networks. They are funny, but they also make you think. Another one is like this huge fucking black dude, and they go into his room, and there's like a little tutu. It's like, Sergeant, what the hell's this? Sir, I was under the assumption you could no longer ask me those sort of questions.
Was that the Steve Martin movie?
Yeah, that was Sergeant Bilko. I don't care what people say. I fucking love that film.
I remember liking it. It's been so long.
It's a different army now. General, we're all adapting.
Maybe they had to fake the tank working or something.
Oh god,
remember.
yeah, the hover tank. It was like a hovercraft with a tank cannon, and when it fired, it went back and crushed the spectators.
Yeah, in the
Possibly
Central
is.
Park,
He's lying. You know that's illegal
You're
now, right?
getting so close to me and they're already touching me.
That's not your problem.
Touching
Like,
me.
why
It's
did
not
you?
mine.
Yeah,
It's not
so
yours
give it
either. It's not yours.
Touching me from 5
She's
feet
de-
away somehow.
Touching me, even though no one is touching you, and you're being recorded.
Understand, like when the Karens do this and they start acting frantic, talking to the police, and they start making claims, are they ignoring that they're being filmed? Because at some point, I'm like, you know you're being filmed and you're making outrageous claims.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
always wondered that, and I don't think they'd put two
Well,
and two together. They have this idea in their head
it's-
one day where they're like, "If this ever happens to me, I'll just call the police and act like."
Yeah,
this."
it's the Trump method. Everyone knows it's bullshit. Everyone knows you're lying, but you just assert it.
Wrong.
According to these videos, I've never seen a Karen get away with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's true.
always
Doesn't
ends
stop from
bad. for a
trying
Karen.
though.
Oh god, yeah.
They're going to be the one that does it.
Oh god, you know what that means? No,
What
no,
are the
no. It's-
odds?
no, it means that the majority of them do work, but we just never see it recorded. That's a sad
That
idea.
does not necessarily mean that.
I know, but that could definitely mean that. Like, it does work enough times that like the message gets across. But
It has to have
Possible.
worked at some point, right?
well, it's normally like, let's be honest here. Karens are more of a state of mind and a state of income. So it's definitely something that if you think you're wealthy enough to get away with, you'll probably be able to get away with. It's
I
a-
mean, wealth
Yeah.
does breed feelings of entitlement. So
It does.
Oh
It
god,
does.
there's this text to speech channel I sometimes watch where it's like they ask people of Reddit, and one of which is, do you have any bad experiences with celebrities? And most of them revolve around the idea of like celebrities just not being able to fucking like grasp what it is to be a normal person again, and they act
Yeah.
like entitled assholes. And I
Yeah.
wonder if that's the.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that to
Yeah.
happen.
Oh
God, I
god!
want my
The day it
turn.
kicks in is the day you don't notice it. One day you will just fucking have a hissy fit if someone doesn't bring your cappuccino on fucking time.
God, that's gonna be so great.
and
I'm
the
already
exact
white.
perfect
I'm like
temperature.
halfway there.
Yeah.
You have to prove it. I'm not saying I'm not going to give it to you. You have to prove that this is yours.
You're not. What are you talking about?
Ma'am, they don't let me. There are two girls and they're surrounding me and they're threatening me that they're going to beat me or something.
Don't do that.
Or
Beats,
something.
beats.
You're lying.
Always
Just
notice how
standing
they
there.
focus on particular words. Beats.
They're threatening
attack,
me. They're gonna beat me or
threats.
something.
Yeah, like they say the word over and over and over and over again. Like it gives it extra weight if they keep saying the word.
I'm in
over and over again.
danger.
Yeah.
I always
that
like how
woman-
they always make this.
Did
shit
I
always
mention
sound-
I'm white and they are black? Did I say that already? I should.
Last week,
I like how they're making all
Mother.
this stuff up, like they're reporting all these violent threats while they're just. She sounds pretty calm, like she's trying to fake being worried, but you think
I mean, how much is a
she'd be a lot more
charger?
freaked out if
They
that was
damn near
real.
give them to you. I mean,
something like a USB. Does that include like the
Yeah.
actual little plug that you plug in the
Like I understand them being upset about their charger being stolen from them. I don't understand this lady being like, I'm taking this charger and I'm willing to call the cops on them. Like that's how dedicated to this charger I am now. I don't understand. I just
This
don't-
charger is my life.
This is the hill I'm dying on.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a weird.
USB-C charger.
What a
You know, my
weird
iPhone
thing.
didn't come with one.
She honestly thinks
So-
like they're gonna move on, like they're terrified and they're gonna move on. And no,
I'll be honest with you, there's not enough fight in me. So you stole my charger, but hey, that's my charger. Like, you purchase yours. I'm like, you know what's yours? I don't care. Like, I don't have enough. I'm like, you know what? I just don't care.
Yeah, all right. That's.
I've got tons of. I've got. I got a whole screech of these at home.
I got, Faye and
That's a lot.
I use that electric connecting charger thing, like this thing. And so I don't.
The magnetic.
The magnetic
is the fucking life, dude.
Because now, if someone steals it, they're like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Exactly, give it back. You can't use it. Prove it's yours. I can prove it. Unless you happen to have." Basically, the only other person I've seen to have this is Fane. So unless you're Fane,
yes,
yeah,
woo,
they are
that's
so
number 7
Fane,
now
actually.
at this point.
So very Fane.
This stuff is pure. This stuff is Listerine or Listerine, depending on how you want to put it. Point is, I think that's number 7. Chat will correct me or be a dick and be like, "What are you talking about? That was number 2."
Speaking of chat being a dick, I need another drink.
Absolutely. You guys have a reputation for consumption of the function.
We do drink a lot. I actually was. So I was in a debate with. I told you in Milwaukee, Kenosha. A weekend before last with that guy, you know, we were talking about it before the show started. And now I can't remember his name. The guy who hosted the Blair White thing, the guy from Blaze TV, and with him and with Jack Posobiec, famous Pizzagator. And the thing is, they got me so much. They were throwing so much at me. I'm the only leftist liberal on the panel. And so finally I just had to stop and order a drink.
Yeah.
That
You're
was
in the middle of
just
his gish gallop. You interrupted.
Is that the picture
the
where
only
there's 3 of
person-
you at the bar and you were when you did like the live stream afterwards with Pat there? You kind of were like, "Oh, look how much weight I put on." Was that the picture?
Oh yeah, God! Look how fat I was.
Oh God, you weren't bad at all.
It looked terrible.
It's the fattest he's ever been, and I'm so glad I got captured so everyone else can see what I have to look
it
at.
Happens.
Terrible.
And it has to happen at some point, so just fucking give in to it. Give in to the Lord.
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm not doing a damn thing about it. So fair
Then
enough.
own it.
But everyone else was drinking water, but not me. Everyone else the whole day drank bottled water during those things, and I had 3 cocktails.
Damn right. What was your poison, by the way?
Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke.
Jack and
Okay.
Coke.
Solid.
Yep.
Straightforward.
Kentucky and Atlanta.
All right.
Yep.
No, I remember watching that and remembering you pulling up a picture because that was actually the first thing I watched in preparation for you guys coming on. I also watched the chocolate thing. That was brilliant.
Oh
yeah. When I watched that, I watched the chocolate thing.
I think we got another one. I think we're going to do the Death Nut Challenge, the second one. That's
spicy stuff. I can't take it, and it makes me vomit every fucking time.
I saw.
Why are you still doing it then?
Because I keep bringing them.
It also makes me it kind of removes my filter a little bit.
Yeah, it's really funny. It catches him off guard and just starts dropping N-bombs.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really mean to fuck America part.
Although you did give a nice PSA when you reminded people not to give their families that chocolate because you'd be poisoned.
Please don't give this to families.
You were like, "Rah!" You had to rush over to the chair and just yell at this camera.
So he made that little clip out of it. That was one way I guess we did in January, and he Pat just clipped that out and tweeted it, and the chocolate company retweeted it.
Nice.
It was great. I liked it. I liked how like before I told him that we were going to be doing this thing, and I went and got the trash can to put next to his side because like, look, last time you did one of these, you vomited. He's like, I don't need that. I don't need it. Yes, he did. And if I hadn't done, there would have been puke all over our floor.
Oh, that would have been great. I've heard
Just
some.
Jack and Coke and
I
hot
love how sassy all
chocolate.
these companies are getting on Twitter these days.
Oh God, the
Wendy started it.
They
Yeah,
did.
sh-
Wendy
yeah,
started
Wendy
it
did.
hardcore too.
they still doing pretty
Wendy went
great
in
as
hard.
well. Although now I'm loving to see people in the chat being like, Wendy's, and then something really quirky and weird, and then someone in the comments, wouldn't it be really quirky and weird if you gave them $15 an hour? You know?
Woo! Yeah.
What a
They
shock!
have those people throwing shade. Yeah.
You guys seen the other weird shit happening with the fast food companies? Like KFC has a video game now, and Wendy's has a role playing game. Like they've got a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
I mean, 7-Up
Weird.
had a video game back in the day.
So did McDonald's for Sega. I played it.
What's the Domino's had the Noid.
Well, yeah, and then Burger King had
was-
Sneak King. But
I
here's
heard
the
they brought
difference
back the
between.
Noid.
Here's
No
the difference
way.
between
They
all
are
those
bringing
things,
it back.
though.
They're bringing
No
it back.
way.
They're bringing back the Noid.
The KFC game is actually a good game as opposed
Oh,
to all
really?
the other ones.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
And it's also a dating sim.
It's a dating
Ooh.
sim. Also, don't forget that Netflix or HBO Plus had the KFC movie.
Yeah. Okay, even better. It's a dating sim called Finger Licking Good.
Stop.
Okay, I'm
It's called
back
Finger
in.
Licking
Hold on.
Good. I love
I'm
you,
Hold on,
back
hold
in.
on.
I hate
Sanders.
Look,
We can
corporatism,
guess where this
but I
is
love
going.
that.
I'll show you.
But I
guys
want
where
them.
It's
I want them to get bring back the Double Down. That was
Oh,
sorry.
I had that one.
The-
the
the
most
title-
American thing
that
ever.
thing was nuts. Yeah,
It was
the
really,
title of the
really
game
good.
is
So,
I love
that
you,
was
Colonel
the-
Sanders. Then subtitle Finger Licking Good Dating Sim.
Yeah, I'm
So-
bringing up an image now.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Oh, with Sexy Colonel. Yeah, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Sexy Colonel. There's like a whole sort of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure spoof that goes on in the sideways.
Yeah.
And it is just
So weird.
I mean, look at him. Although I have to point out that, like, the more you look at this motherfucker, the more you realize that, So tell me, what did your daddy do during the Civil War? He was on the northern side, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely
He was really working on freeing the slaves from
It's
inside.
a real plantation owner look.
Yeah, his slaves weren't freed; they were stolen.
I feel like
Hey, bring up
yeah. I feel
bring
like
up the
speaking of
Wendy's
stolen, that
RPG
original
cover.
recipe.
Sure,
That
so
original
long as
recipe
it's
may have been
safe for
stolen.
work.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
I think they called it a Feast of Legends or something.
There's a race joke there, Fane, and I see what you're doing.
I didn't
And
hear it.
I think
Please
you're
repeat.
leaning in on the I think you're leaning in on the fried chicken a little too much.
Sorry, my bad. That's my bad, everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like some fried chicken.
Colonel
That
Sanders
white guy stole that fucking recipe.
I'll take mine from Popeyes though.
he had slaves, and then he found the recipe and said, "This is what this. I'll feed this to the people."
You know what? Now that I can't
pick
have
up that first
slaves
one there.
anymore, I guess I'll start fucking fried chicken.
That's how I'll get him back.
Check out Wendy's as the Empress in the fight against frozen beef over here.
Very D&D style
Oh.
going on there.
Yeah.
The fight against frozen beef.
Fight
Bring up
against
that one
fish.
with the potion bottles and stuff on it. What's that? Haven't seen that one.
Krandar's adding it into
Crazy.
his collection as we speak.
I already have the PDF. I just haven't really read it over yet.
God.
I just
So
love this
that's-
crazy shit.
That's Wendy's, huh?
Yeah.
This is the future that the liberals want.
I need to.
apparently.
God, now I've got to go order the French fry folio, God.
the
the meat manual. Like, there's so many.
Order of the spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, that's the pyromancer, I think.
I'm not gonna lie, this is actually kind of smart.
Every class in the game is based on one of the menu items.
Now it has been a
I
long
don't
time
hate
since I've been
Like,
to a Wendy's, so I probably wouldn't get a lot
I
of these
believe-
jokes, but you guys might enjoy it.
I believe the Order of the Baconator is the barbarian class.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Twin
sense,
Cities
yeah.
of Carl, French Fried Forest, Lake John Silver, The Box. Temple of Panda. Nation of
The Lake John
Fresh...
Silver's the fish sandwich.
I like it.
The deep freeze. Bottom Bun Mountain. Top Buns Mountain.
I love it.
Nation of Freshatonia.
Deep
Roast
freeze.
Beach.
Oh.
It's gotta be Arby's.
That sounds warm.
And I've had Arby's before, and I can tell you for a fact that there was very little roasted about it.
That's true.
I mean, they give you lots of meat, but the real question is, how long has that thing been on the fucking grill?
I've said the same thing one time. I
used
took
to
off
work
girls'
in the kitchen.
pants.
Ooh.
I used to work in the kitchen.
Where's the beef?
At Arby's, and the roast beef slicer. We would start cooking the roast beef in there were big things. You start cooking them the day before, and then the next day they'll be ready for the slicer to go on the slicer.
One of those
Use
ones
about
that
2 of
size
those a
does
day.
take a while to cook, though.
It
I
does
use
take a
those
while
kind of
to cook.
slicers, though. Yeah.
I used to love it. I still have all my fingers
Because
because they got fired.
I'm not gonna lie, like Arby's gave me a lot of meat at a reasonable price, but I can do better. I can do better.
We have the meats.
Here's the thing about a job like that, though. When you work around dangerous blades a lot, you know what's dangerous and what to watch out for, so you don't cut yourself on the slicer. You end up cutting yourself on weird shit you're not expecting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
I
how it
had a
goes.
job as a dishwasher for a while, and I shit you not, I cut myself on mashed potatoes once.
How cold were they? Were they frozen?
When they dry up, they get real sharp.
Now, before you all
sorry,
grab your...
sorry. We don't want to reveal it too soon. Although if you're looking at this, you may have already seen this before.
Why we need racism?
Achilles Argyle. Achilles Argyle was a channel. Quick shout. There was this channel called Achilles Argyle, quite recent too.
Right.
And he is a furry who is a ram.
No.
Who is also a dog. And he is going to, for the next 10 minutes, give an argument for utilitarian reasonings why we need racism.
Okay, great.
Oh, great, more Nazi furs, lovely.
Change my mind. Nazi furs.
Yeah.
your pitchforks and storm into the comments section over the title of the video alone.
As you can see, it's been re-uploaded because the original video was taken down.
I'll bet.
I wonder why.
Hold on, what's the like-dislike ratio on the re-upload here?
Well, if you're not including my one, which of course is the real tipper, because then I told my trillions of Twitter fans to go over and
No, actually, the ratio's not as bad as I was hoping, but it's
2
still
to 1 to
negative.
3 to 1. Yeah, well, this is the second upload of it. I saw people react to the original one, and if I'm right, it was something like 400 or 500 to like 14,000 against.
Yeah, but the lucky son of a bitch's reload has got
that's
50,000
closer to what I was
views.
expecting.
Oh, like this is. Look at this mug. Are you offended? Somebody's trying a tad too hard.
Although I have to say, this is a really unexpected sweater choice out of a character like this.
That's technically him wearing flayed flesh from other rams. That's all I'm.
But I guess his name is Argyle, so he
Well,
has to be
that's-
wearing an Argyle sweater.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, if his name is Argyle, I guess I
Yeah.
get it.
I don't. For some, now that you actually brought it up, I don't like
He's just in brand.
how his arms are exposed. I want this to be a sweater vest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know why, but there's something about it. Just like,
That's because we were watching Tuckums earlier. He's a sweater vest kind of guy.
oh, I want her to go after fucking this dude next. Okay, goat boy, you're up next.
Let me just say that of course racism is bad.
And
I
yes,
wouldn't make a
this is
10-minute video defending something so obviously terrible. Generations have been ruined because of racism, and lives are still getting destroyed by it.
Feet.
Ah.
Motherfucking feet.
Put some fucking shoes on. Of course this guy has a foot fetish.
Foot fetish. This scene was directed by Quentin Tarantino.
However, I don't think we should be painting racism as entirely evil, because, well, there's a reason why people are racist. And that's not because people want to be bad, it's because there are objective benefits to being racist. And I don't think we should be discrediting these benefits with all this virtue signaling bullshit, because we are...
I remember those days.
Do you remember her?
Oh, we were all just young.
She was
having
the
fun.
face
It
of
was
everything that was
6 years ago.
Speaking of a
6
Screech.
years ago.
Screech. She was a Screech made manifest. Her and Big
She was.
Red was the face of what we thought was
No, this is
all that was
The
wrong.
evil.
this is Big Red.
Yes.
Wait, no. What was who's the one that stood up and was like, "Rah!" The huge
Oh, Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
the one.
Sorry.
Triggly.
I was wrong.
Triggly.
Trigglypuff.
Yes.
Trigglypuff.
Trigglypuff. Between the two of them, that was the face.
Ironically,
Fry-
Big Red, it wasn't that big,
No.
but she was very red.
No, she was extremely.
But Trigglypuff was triggered.
Oh,
Also,
God.
Big Red here was very intersectional. She's both a feminist and a Karen.
Yeah. Nice.
seriously reaching a low point in history without racism. A lot of people don't know this, but racism is actually the natural state for a lot of people, and has been.
The natural state for a lot of people. Nature.
Is this going to be the babies are racist argument?
Yeah, where
Yes,
you
babies
know
are
the one
racist.
where
He's born
you
racist.
yeah, where you look up and you see like a face that isn't your own and you start crying instead of laughing.
For most of history. By forming exclusive groups, people are able to be amongst like-minded individuals, and the people in fight significantly less.
Street Fighter got
Right.
weird in the later games.
I'm having a hard time finding the Ram Dog intellectual with the way it's being presented. It's a tough sell.
I think it's his
showing his
voice.
feet to the camera thing is really just destroying his intellectual cred.
He
And-
drew this. It took
and the
him at least an hour to draw the feet.
The toads keep going up and down. I was like, what? Just come on, man.
Like
Less.
he
Why
wants to
don't you
be
look
like
at him?
Yeah, he's trying to grab
lounging with
attention.
his feet up on the desk, but put on some shoes or something, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
before I forget, quick reminder, like, share, and subscribe if you guys have been enjoying it so far. And don't forget to check out our guests' links in the description down below. Because
or
that's what
at least some socks. Who walks around with jeans and bare feet?
my
I
toes
put on
aren't that
shoes to
bad.
come into my basement.
I know, it's weird.
I'm terrible.
Like, I've got the moccasins on, the fake moccasins that I posted up on my Discord.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're like slippers, but on the outside they look like moccasins. They're I love them.
I like it.
Yeah, they're so comfy too. And
Give
you know
this
what?
guy a
They're-
pair of those.
They're sturdy
I don't want to
enough
have to look
that
at this
when
shit.
the pubs reopen, because literally I'm living in Europe where you can actually walk to places. I will walk up to the pub around the corner in these motherfuckers on really nice days because they're fucking moccasins and they are good. They're moccasins.
And Last of the
This-
Mohicans is my favorite movie.
Just fucking sing the
These are
theme as
made
they
out of-
stroll up the road.
Made out of real Mohicans.
Oh, no, I'm not that crazy. It's just cat
Well,
No,
he
it's
flesh.
just that last one.
Oh, was that the last one? Damn it.
Yeah, that was it. And
Same thing happened to my Dodo moccasins I used to make.
the Buffalo Bill of the last fucking Mohican. And have to, like having to slice him up. Please, eat.
Yeah, I gotta make a suit out of you.
Fatten them up because I got to make a lot of moccasins so the white people can hand them down to their children.
In
for the
hindsight, I should
generations.
have picked maybe the Navajoisans or something like that. At least there's more of them.
Yeah.
This is because people who think the same don't often come into conflict. Grouping together also provides a sense of pride. I mean, think about it. If you're surrounded by people
That man seems like he has too much pride.
Yeah,
maybe
too much.
maybe a pride based on a certain quality about him that he didn't earn, but rather he was born with inherently, and he's given too much credence to. If only I could think of the type.
Man, who knows?
like you, that think like you, and most importantly, look like you, then you feel like you belong.
What I wouldn't give to just have TJ
All
Kirk
white
in one of these
examples.
pictures.
Yeah.
No explanation.
white
Just
example.
TJ in like a really late era 2000s TJ in like a t-shirt, just like, oh.
Oh, you can make it
That's
into
a
like a
cum
scavenger
stain.
hunt. Like every video is gonna have just like one random TJ. And you gotta try to find them all.
That's
God, all white examples. I love this.
a good feeling.
I like how the white examples include people who clearly, like, if they aren't 100, like white, giant quotations next to it, white and white, like.
Also, I like how I was talking about how people feel better if they're surrounded by people that look like them. Like if I was in a room full of 20 people that all looked like me, I would be upset.
Yeah,
that would be very uncomfortable.
Oh, I would be more like, I don't know who I'm to high five first, so let's just get in line.
Yeah, you and Richard Spencer just slapping each other 5.
If I'm surrounded by like 20 clones of me, that's gonna get really awkward and
it would
creepy.
get into like what was that terrible Schwarzenegger film? Was it called like The Fifth Day or something like that with the clones? At the end of it, I'd be like, you know what? I want to be the only me I can be because it's the only thing I'm actually good at. So bang 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 bang.
Oh, you're good at this?
Segregate.
It's the only thing you can be
fight
good
now.
at, whether you like it or not. The only thing you can ever be good at is yourself.
I feel like I'm garbage at being me. So, all right.
Yeah,
You've been
who's
doing it
really
your
doing a
life,
terrible
though.
job?
But
at
that
I'm doing a
logic
really
then,
bad job at doing.
by that logic then, who is good at being you?
My daughter does a good impression of me.
Ooh, maybe because I haven't had
That sounds
kids.
cute.
I don't know. Like maybe if I ever have kids, I'll be like, oh, it's me but better.
I think that isn't that why everybody does that?
I think that's
That's
the whole.
that's what you hope for.
Yeah.
That's what you hope for.
Is an objective good in its utility because it leads to the
oh no, this is going
formation of ethnostates, and ethnostates are historically proven to last longer than states that embrace polyethnicity.
Ah, yes,
What?
all those thousands of years old
Where-
ethno states.
Cite your sources. What are you talking about?
It needs that giant fucking like gif of just citation needed. Coming
Yes, that's
in.
100%. I need to know what information do you have?
Oh, I know what he uses. I
I mean,
it sounds like Rhina.
look at China. They have over
Yeah. China, which is made up out of one people and no one else.
If you require further citations, please take it up with the bottoms of my feet.
Yeah.
I walked in the earth earlier, so I'm nice and dirty. Do you like in between? No joke. I don't think if this ever got on Twitch, it would be allowed on Twitch because of the feet.
Yeah.
for 5,000 years of history because they are discriminatory and wary of other races, while also cooperating with their own. As such, the Chinese have been able to survive for as long as they have. China is an ethno-state, and referring to what I said earlier, an ethno-state with a racist population provides a sense of national pride and identity.
That's a thing he just said.
Chat wants to know about how about the Roman Empire?
Oh, he brings up the
Yeah.
Roman Empire.
What?
Ooh.
That is it. Definitely, the Roman Empire was definitely not an ethno-state.
No, he
Holy
doesn't. But
shit.
he still quotes it,
Oh.
even though it clearly was never an ethno-state and was prided itself on not being an ethno-state. Like,
No,
And that's why
no,
they
it had its
fell, 'cause
own.
they weren't.
Its ruling class. Its ruling class may have been.
And
yeah, actually, I think that might have been at some. Yeah.
Yeah,
Near
but
the
I
end
mean,
of the Roman
okay.
Empire, it was all for
Ruling
grabs. but-
class is pure, right? Yeah, like the House of Plantagenet is just clean, you know.
Look, all I'm saying is that the Black Prince needs to have interactions with the Moorish king of Morocco, and then as a result, more citizens believe that America was originally founded by Muslims. That is literally a thing that I said that people believe. I have I have nothing else to add to that except for the statement itself.
How do you think Trumpster Bob feels about that one?
Trumpster Bob.
I'll tell you what I think about Trumpster Bob. Trumpster Bob did not get does not look like he's going to do well when he goes to his court date.
He's not a sweet boy.
thus prevents infighting and strengthens the country. When you work, create, and fight, you are doing so for the betterment of the people you care about, your own people, a distinct race.
I know for a fact that whenever I want people to succeed, they have to have a giant ass beard and no hair. Otherwise, and they also have to be overweight and have.
Fane, you gotta shave your head.
I got your back so far.
I'm getting there.
Yep, absolutely. Hair is a sign of the slave races. Only us superior Alpha Chad races have no hair.
That's right. He's absolutely right.
Notice that Krendar seed on opening to be a part of the superior, like the ruling elite, and he's like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Beard, no hair, fat. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
On a side note, this is why Kurdistan should
now
not
we have our other who can fight against.
Finally,
be a real country. It doesn't deserve.
All I have to do is run up a flight of stairs, and y'all be winning halfway up. I'll be fine.
Hey, that's a half truth.
You can get up half the flight of stairs.
Yeah,
I can get to a quarter.
We're not runners.
That is number 8. Onwards and upwards.
To be one. Kurds say they need independence, but the difference between the Kurds and the Turks is entirely cultural and not racially related at all. If the Kurds were to just accept their racial disposition, then they would be a united state, living with.
And that's that's Kurdistan sorted. Because a
Right
goat
there.
with no shoes and a sweater vest not even a sweater vest, just a sweater, told us all that Kurds aren't different from Turks.
Okay.
Within an ethno-state,
It's in the Bible. Look it up.
creates an us versus them mentality, and it's been proven time and time again that having a defined, tangible enemy that is perceived to be pure evil unifies a people. By comparison,
What did I say about a lot of right wingers? That right wing culture kind of promotes the idea of the death cult. Of like, it's always negative, it's always bad, it's always us v them, it's always we have to sacrifice ourselves. And that's, of course, what fascists are all about. Like, fascism is, like, this guy actively promotes it. Hell, later on...
Fascism has a definite, there's this element of being persecuted, and our people will have to rise like a phoenix from the flames to save our country. And there's this definite, that's this part that's hard for people to define, but a key ingredient to fascism.
What was the name of the Italian
Mussolini?
No. The philosopher.
I think it was.
I know enough about history to know who the fuck Mussolini was. But like, there was this Italian philosopher who Umberto something.
Oh God, is it Eco? Umberto Eco?
Yes, that's the one. He had a pamphlet or a book out called like the 14 Points of Fascism, because fascism is very vague because it's like hypocritical and vague. But one of the thing is both that your enemies have to be incredibly weak and like effeminate, and which for some reason is a bad thing, even though we love women. Like, what the fuck is up with that? But they have to be incredibly stupid. They have to be incredibly like naive, so on and so forth. But they also have to be this all-powerful thing that's keeping you down over and over. How does that work?
Yes.
How do they do both?
Well, we see it happen all the time in right-wing media, where you know the SJWs are actually these effeminate basement dwellers who never have sex and, you know, are just hiding in their mama's basement, you know, typing things on the internet. But at the same time, they're destroying the country and they're burning down Portland, and they're, you know, they're the biggest threat to America.
Yeah. Like the two
What?
don't mesh.
No, it
at
doesn't
all.
work together.
And if you stop and think about it, and maybe better yet, if you go out and see it firsthand, like from DP Billy the Fridge, like he went out to the Chaz, and he was like, okay, so this place isn't burned to the ground. They had no idea what the hell they were doing. They just grabbed the place and they kind of just held on to it until they were dispersed. But the thing is that, like, there wasn't like this no man's land of like burned buildings and bodies hanging from lampposts.
Yeah,
that the
and
right
people
wing were
with
claiming was.
AK-47s.
Yeah, but that's our dream. That's our dream.
No, it is
One
our
day.
dream, but only after we seize the means of production.
That's right.
By the way, does anybody else notice this kind of weird how he's got the title of his video is in all caps, but then he can't capitalize his own name?
Oh no! Remember, this is being re-uploaded. So for all I know,
By somebody else, you mean, or?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it right there, re-uploaded. But
Yeah, I know, but it's just kind of weird that the name is all in all lower.
Maybe that's how he spells
something
it. in
tells me
lowercase.
that the man who
branding.
uploaded this was not called Shaquia Kesta.
That guy sounds like a Puritan.
Yeah, this man's
I just
name
always find
is
it weird when
John
people
Smith.
don't capitalize their own name for some reason. It's the strangest thing. That seems to be a
I don't-
lot of people like that these days.
Capitalize
Person.
Fat Pat.
Blurring the
Yeah, but then you get the amazing moniker of PP. So,
PP.
and you know who else had PP? Pablo Picasso.
P-
Yep.
Really good PP.
He had fun. Animaniacs taught me the joy of PP.
the lines of morality with
I
the,
wanna
all this.
walk that sentence back a little. Actually,
Nope.
No, I'm
Let
fucking
him-
doubling down on it now. Actually, thank you very
He
much.
loves PP.
I will die on this PP hill.
Not all black people talk
Surprisingly stable considering the context.
just weakens everyone's resolve. Take Osama bin Laden in the War on Terror, for example. People rallied behind the tangible goal of killing Osama bin Laden,
No, they didn't.
and everything was great. But once he was gone, suddenly
Everything was great. Is he like 14 years old?
That's what it seems like.
Everything was great because we were all
Does anyone
united. in
remember
killing
the
Osama.
War on
Yeah,
Terror?
it's
Because I
a
do.
giant misunderstanding of what went down. So, like we say, is he
Everything
14?
was not great.
Yeah, it was. It was chaos.
It's like that
It was
meme
all-
of all the mighty nobles and
fact,
lords
if
putting their
anything, I would
swords
say-
together to take out
Maybe I
Osama
would
bin
say
Laden.
the Osama bin Laden thing stirred up more of this than anything else.
But like there was didn't gas rise to $5 a gallon at one point?
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah,
horrible.
pretty
very
silly.
expensive.
I had a V8. It was a real tough time for me.
Well, that
I was-
no
I was-
offense there, buddy, but that sounds like a you
I was
problem.
I was a broke
You reap
comedian
what you
with
sow, motherfucker.
I was a broke comedian with a V8. I was like, what am I doing? What am I even doing?
You didn't
Um,
want to impress the
America,
other
there's $5
comedians,
gas.
did you? Like you didn't get that just for clout. Like you got it for practical sake at the time, right?
No, he
Good.
wanted a fucking
It's good that
Silverado.
we're past the
Yeah,
point
I
of
like-
you lying to
I like-
yourself.
I like big trucks. No, but like at that.
He was basically a redneck at heart for
But-
his early
yeah.
20s.
So, also at that time, me driving around the Silverado, that was a big flex on a lot of people. They're like,
Yeah.
"Wow!"
Yeah,
You
it
must
was,
be
to,
rich.
it was to increase your dick size by at least 2
Because
inches.
because at that point, literally the pump would shut off and stop selling me gas. Like it wouldn't even let me fill. Hey, I was like, that's a
I know
flex. When
truckers
literally-
that's happened to.
when
I've never
literally
heard
the-
of it
the-
happen to a regular.
yeah, that's what I'm talking. I'm flexing hard on the peeps in the street. I'm like, I can't.
so
even-
hard you need AA to show up. And
I'm
pick
like,
you
I
up.
gotta shut down the pump and start up again just to fill up my tank. That's right, guys.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
blowing.
I'm being blacklisted from 90% of the gas stations in
It was-
town.
For a while, when that gas crisis jumped, where everything was over $5 a gallon, at first it was $75 and it would shut off. But then they start realizing that less and less people, especially in the South, where we all drive trucks, so they moved up to 100, and I was still
Really?
shutting
I
off.
would have thought the opposite, considering the South.
We all drive trucks.
Yeah.
It's all truck. Like if you come, like
it's on Leafs.
we have you watching TV, all the commercials are for pickup trucks. You go up north, you don't see any commercials for pickup trucks.
But
All of a sudden, it just goes away.
All right, can you tell me what is up with this? What is up with particularly TV actors buying pickup trucks in LA? Why?
That's the flex, baby.
Is it
Like,
the flex? Is it just the flex?
It
And
makes
also-
you an everyman, is what.
Well,
this
sort
is.
of, but like if you look at some of the pickup trucks now, some of the high end ones,
Like
you're looking-
$80,000 pickup.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
sports cars are around that same price. So
Down
having
south,
a
they really
giant
laugh at
truck,
trucks.
if I get like a Silverado High Country, like that
Get
is
yourself
top
a
tier
$5,000
shit.
Ford Toyota, and you'll be able to survive the apocalypse. And strap a machine gun onto the back so you can start your own road gang.
Yeah,
Everything
I hate
else is
people who
secondary,
own
but it's
pickup
not
trucks.
American. So
You own a pickup truck, you fucking asshole,
It's a cool one though,
and you hate yourself.
and I hate myself. Yeah.
It has a GoPro mount. We bought it for the GoPro mount. Actually, the GoPro, the
Did it come
truck,
equipped with a GoPro
Yes.
mount? Oh
Yes,
my
it has
god!
and like technically the
I thought
truck
it
was
was
free, but the GoPro mount was like 20 grand.
yeah,
That was my
yeah,
GoPro. That's my.
real cool. It's real.
I
cool.
love that truck. I had a
I got the baby, the third arm baby
busted out
harness
the
GoPro
was it the
one
parking
when
garage down in
Yeah,
Marietta.
that's how I was in jail.
That was some good.
Can't wait! I can't wait till you go to jail again. I have a truck to play with for a while.
Yeah. Should be lost.
Only
About
the
that
enemy
time.
was
I was about to say,
terrorism
I was like, gotta be coming up on somebody taking you in.
itself, not any one group or person. It could have been anyone. What were we supposed to do then? It's not like we can go and just shoot terrorism dead. This is why we need
Then why did you
people
go
like
to war twice over that very concept of shooting,
That was-
shooting
that was for-
terrorism dead?
Terrorism,
Yeah.
fighting
We
terrorism.
named it the war on terrorism.
Yeah, but it's the thing
Operation Freedom.
that was where a lot of controversy was happening. A lot of people were having a hard time understanding how do you fight terrorism. It's like fighting jealousy. It's like
I remember that people were like,
you can't fight. It's not like you're fighting another country. You're fighting a radical group that
so
doesn't have a
you
location.
Drop the bomb.
So
on
what we do
40
is
dudes.
we
Another
just-
country.
we just go run over to Iraq and kill their leader because we don't know what else to
Like, you had
do.
this huge
We're so
army,
bad.
and you didn't want a proper war where some of your guys might get killed, like say Iran or North Korea. So you're like, where's another shithole country? Iraq, and then
Yeah. Even though
This is like-
none of
this
the
is-
9/11 people were from.
No, had none,
None
had
of
no
them.
connection.
It was
So
the
this is
Vegas
like
thing.
if you had
In fact,
a dispute.
Saddam put a death warrant out against Osama bin Laden because at one point he tried to find sanctuary in Iraq, and Saddam was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, he
you know
says
what
it- this is really
Ba'ath
bad for-
Party's
this
even
is-
about."
It's bad for business. I think this is when you go get in a fight with your neighbor, and then instead of attacking that neighbor, you run across the street to your other neighbor and shoot him. Be like, ah, you know him. You know him.
And you know what else? Let's be honest here. Another example of it has to be both what you guys did in Libya, which, you know what? If any is going to have a moral high ground, it will be the whole shit in Libya. But whatever has happened in Libya since then is a fucking disaster.
Yeah. Look,
and
sometimes
Syria.
I think that maybe we're the baddies.
You know
Yeah,
what?
that's an
Sometimes
easy
you are
take.
the baddies. And you know what? All the
feel
time
like
since
maybe
World
we're
War
the
II
baddies.
and perhaps... North
Where I
Korea,
was-
Korea.
Literally
North
every
Korea,
time.
You guys,
Korea
I-
may have been okay. Yeah.
When I was in Kuwait, you know, back when I was serving.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know you, sir.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I look.
All right, finish your little story and then I'll fucking correct it.
All right, so I was talking
Seems like
to
old
some guys on the base over there because
Was it a forward operating base?
no, I was in Kuwait. You fucking asshole. I did spend
You were in
time
Kuwait. Oh, I'm sorry. That was why you were in Kuwait, not when you were at Fob Apache.
or Fob Hunter. Don't forget those
Okay.
guys.
I remember.
Okay.
Hey, the actual soldiers needed someone.
We
to
lost-
serve
we
them
lost some
their
good
cold
men out
water
there.
back.
Lost some good men out.
Yeah, I couldn't find
And
the
luggage.
message. Couldn't find Chow, man. They were lost. I don't know. They couldn't figure out where it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter, dude. So I'm over there, and Camp Patriot is within is basically an American camp base, like within the Kuwaiti naval base. It's right there on the
Yeah,
the
I've
Persian Gulf.
met people
And
who were stationed. In
I was asking some of the soldiers and some of the guides that I was with, and I was talking to them. I said, "Hey, how does Kuwait, the Kuwaiti people, how do they feel about you being here?" and it was kind of a mixed bag. They kind of said like, some of the older Kuwaitis don't mind us. They like us because we saved their ass, kind of a thing. But it's kind of nice to have, if you have a big dog in your yard, less countries, when Kuwait tried to take or Iraq tried to take Kuwait, Americans showed up and prevented it from happening and saved a lot of lives, and that was great. And like that's like the neighbor crawling over your fence, and you have a big dog all of a sudden show up. They don't want to come in. They said they like the Americans being there because it's like having that big dog in your yard. The other problem with that is you also start putting a target on yourself, because if that dog won't stop barking, it starts getting a lot of attention from neighboring places, and it starts to be negative attention. So it's like they like it, but they kind of they don't need the big dog anymore, and it'd be best if that big dog stopped barking. And that's what Americans were doing. We're barking in Kuwait at all the other countries, and everyone's like, all right, y'all might need to get out of here.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think America, as much as I love the country, as much as I love the people,
You're welcome.
motherfuckers have fucking shot yourselves in the foot over the past, I'd say since the 80s, since the Reagan era. But no, I'm going to go back further. I'm going to go back as far.
I was going to say, I think since we landed here, we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot. And the thing is, we merely stole the land from the indigenous people. Then said it's ours, and that they need to go back to their country. That's what we're saying now.
All right, then
so
the fact that we've
gained so much, we've gained so much success.
You could put that on Eurotrash, because after
European American, please.
Yeah, there was a transition period. In fact, if you go to parts of fucking Virginia and New Jersey, you can find people who still have English accents. How crazy is that? Like, they still exist.
I don't think you know the accents that are up there in New Jersey.
Yeah, I do, because I fucking worked there for 3 months.
So
it's just
what
Jersey
I'm saying is,
Shore.
It's tough for Americans to learn a lesson about shooting yourself in the foot, because it's kept us progressing. It's weirdly. So it's like we haven't learned a good lesson. This is the bully that gets away with it. And it's like, why would I stop doing this if it keeps working?
This is unfortunately something that I remember Iran once saying in the UN, that there should be a joint European, Iranian, Russian, China intervention into America that would divide America up into like numerous like occupation zones that would de-Americanize the population. And they always kept it so vague. And all of what I'm thinking is like, oh wow, so they're trying to say that we should genocide Americans, but then every once in a while they're like, okay, we could do without that. We could do without that angle of American culture.
You gotta look at the positive here, though. That would create a lot of jobs.
Motherfucker, you would get your healthcare system. You would get your minimum wage. Oh my, depending on what.
Here's the thing: is I know that Fane wouldn't make it. He'd be wiped out pretty quick. I'd be okay. Problem. Because I am a coward and I will immediately join their side.
Hell,
are you gonna be the one?
I'm like, he's in there. He's in there. He's in that hole right there. And then Fane be like, get the fuck out! Like, he's right there. He's right there.
So if
comrades, let's go. Let's go get him.
Right. So Red Dawn had happened. You literally would have been one of the fucking collaborators from day one.
Oh my god! I'm like, give me that little hat, the fuzzy hat. Let's go, guys.
Shanka, yeah,
let's go, bros.
Hats are nice.
I was like, let's pop some vodka, comrades, come on.
You would have been like the first, as they drive into your town, like the bimp, the fucking half tracks to be driving into your town. You'd be there waving the red flag right in the middle of the street, like
just directing traffic. I'm like, oh god,
I can tell you all the girls who are super easy, by the way.
There's a screechy Karens on that side. If you need to start there.
Yeah, he's no Wolverine. No one gets it. All right.
No, Wolverines.
Wolverines.
He said Red Dawn already. We were already there.
Yeah, we established.
My bad. I missed the Red Dawn part. You're right. You're right.
He's no Wolverine. It was just with no context. If I just started quoting shit from Red Dawn.
Well, just fucking.
No context.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know which movie you're talking about.
I'm clearly talking about
You mean the documentary?
Yeah. You were talking about the documentary? Or you're talking about that weird movie they made about North Korea a few years ago.
I actually don't know about that documentary they made a few years ago.
I'm sorry. No, they made a movie a few years ago that was clearly false. And then they made this cool documentary back in the 80s.
Yes, the true one with Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze was in that documentary. And that's how I know it was true.
Hey, my experience of the Cold War was a bunch of people, and this is generally really sad of a statement, but all the kids coming in from Chernobyl as a part of like charity groups. And if you've ever seen the first generation kids coming in, oh yeah, they aren't. They are not nice.
That boy's not right.
They all had no hair, and they all were in wheelchairs. And you know what? I was there as they all came in with a bouquet of flowers. They got every one of them got a bouquet of flowers from the Irish government, and every one of them grabbed the kids, including myself, by the hand, and they were so happy to talk to people. They couldn't
Let me
speak
tell you
a
something.
word of English.
I know
Jesus
that the
Christ.
bouquet of flowers was nice, but they would probably not like to have their bones not hurt.
Yeah, I think
Thanks
they
for
would
the
have preferred
flower.
not to die of lymphoma at the age of 8. You know?
Everything hurts.
This is a story that I can relate to. I remember. I'm sorry.
Being an ugly little boy in Florida. Let's all
Their
go
only
back.
regret is having
If we start with Florida,
When they brought
we
in all the
have to
kids
end.
from 3 Mile Island.
Oh shit!
And they all came into my school. And it turns out they're all from like New Jersey.
Oh no!
The worst.
Wait, New
Like, they
Jersey
all had
within sight
bands and-
of New York,
and
or New
hair.
Jersey of outside of New York?
What's the difference?
Oh, motherfucker! All right, there's a fucking tell right there. Oh no, you can find some fucking bastions of civilization in New Jersey once you get outside of the city limits of New York. Otherwise, everything you've heard is true and then some. Bayonne is a hellscape that there is no escape from. You like the smell of pig fat? Well, you're gonna get fucking pig fat smells. While a Russian prostitute high on meth asks you if you will help her along for $5.50. I don't know what that extra 50 cent was for. But I told you, I worked in fucking New Jersey. I have my experience. I am... Now, you get me on the West Coast, I will be a virgin. Otherwise, motherfucker, I know my America. I know my America.
Yeah,
okay?
Jersey is a microcosm of the rest of the country, let me tell you.
Well, Ohio is more...
Thanks a lot, 3 Mile Island.
But, yeah.
They all came out tan.
Oh no! Everyone came out with giant tumors on their heads. Hold on a second. Welcome back to Tumor Head Island on MTV.
It's like looked like Easter Island. That's what it was. It's just big heads.
Those are some big ass heads.
Stacy Head Bulge has some things to say to the rest of the crowd. I think some of you are really annoyed at the size of my head bulge, and I don't like that anymore. And it cuts to like everyone's opinions that happened, quote unquote, a few seconds after, which no, I've worked.
Yeah.
I'm not worked, but I've had family who worked on reality shows.
Yeah, the confessionals are sometimes taped before the conversation that broke.
Yeah, my cousin works. He lives in Echo Beach in LA, and he worked on the original series of the Osbournes, and it is
wow.
Like if you ever remember, I think episode 1 or episode 2 when they first move into the house.
Yeah,
they can't get the TV working because of the camera crew. Someone's job was to get the camera crew's shit, not like interfering with their stuff. And that happened to my cousin. So, the son.
So he's shit at his job.
Yeah. At the time, he was a fucking gobshite at what he was doing. For all I know, he was an absolute gobshite afterwards. But the point is that he always tells me anytime I talk to him. What was the son's name? Michael.
Jack.
Shit.
Jack. Yeah, it was Jack. You're right. He went into the trailer where the producer was and the director and all that, and him, and they just fucking ripped into him, and their bosses kind of like took little steps back, like so he would just get the brunt of it. And he got his stuff fixed, but after season 1, he was kicked off it. That's okay though, because he ended up being one of the guys also in charge of the Anna Nicole Smith show. Yay!
Wow.
I love her.
Wasn't
Wow,
she
I'm starting to
great?
hate your friend.
My friend be damned, he was my cousin.
So I was gonna say that's
Oh, sorry.
family.
Yeah.
This is family.
Don't
It's
worry
family,
though.
you're not
if
obligated to like
you
them.
want a karma story, he was at a rap party in Florida at his house,
Uh-oh.
and there was a fight broken out over a girl, and someone stabbed him,
course.
and now he has
Oh.
to wear a colostomy bag.
Oh, rough.
MTV
Wow.
lifestyle, baby. It's nothing but glamour 24/7.
Good God.
Only
Yep.
the most glamorous colostomies.
I'm sorry, you made my camera
You better
freeze for a minute.
rejazzle the shit out of his colostomy bag. That's what I'm gonna say. I've never actually met him since the colostomy experience, but
Shit.
yeah.
Holy shit.
And you know what the sad fact is? When I was a kid, I used to go to his house, and he would travel over to. He used to be a part of like not the Red Cross, but like the kid version of the Red Cross. He built bridges in Chile, like and Peru and Ecuador and places like
And he
that.
sucked one dick.
Yeah. Don't suck one Hollywood dick, not even once.
No.
Why? Because you get stabbed and you're gonna have to fucking piss out of a colostomy bag.
It's out of your stomach.
Yeah. No, seriously though, he is a cool dude regardless of all that. But my God, way to give red flags to anyone who's like,
Sounds like a real
"Hey,
shit bag.
I've got.
Oh God!
You see, what you did there was both smart and perhaps true. I don't know, man.
So I got a question for you, Lev.
Yeah.
Can we take a break from having to stare at these feet for a while and have a nice dance number instead?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
For I do believe we have enjoyed these feet. By the way, for the record, if you want to know what this guy is saying, he goes on and on about how racism. There's his whole thing about Rome, even though he gives Rome.
I'm pretty sure I saw a bunch of Nazis as well.
Yeah.
It seems to me he has a tenuous grasp of things that happened, but didn't really understand in the context of how they were. So it's
he's not a details kind of guy.
No. Also, which is odd because like some of the details he gets into is kind of, how to put this, counterproductive to his arguments. Like he'll go,
He's not gonna let that stop him. You kidding me?
Yeah, like he brings up the Roman society there as a positive of a society.
This guy is unfucking believable.
Yeah.
No one donate? Hold on.
Hey, welcome back to a brand new video where for some reason...
No. Someone donated. Augusta. Oh, shit! Augusta! Thank you so much. With Augusta, with the extra 30 euro. Oh, yes.
The
yeah,
extra
I'm right.
star.
Augusta.
Euros. That's either a lot or not much. But
We had a goal of
I don't
100
know.
euro, and we started it with 20. Very quickly, we got to 70, and now we are at 100.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
that's what we
it.
need.
Nice.
Gold.
Beautiful.
We reached our goal, motherfuckers, and that's thanks to you. You fucking amazing people.
That's the end of the show. Bye, guys.
Yeah, fuck
Now we
off.
got your
I'm going
money.
to spend this money on, I don't know, prostitutes.
All right, we got your money. We're out.
Oh, we got accused of
I
doing that.
do need to go soon.
Well,
I do too.
We've only got.
I mean, all joking aside, we are.
I got a
gonna
few
wrap
more
up
Yeah,
soon
we
anyway.
are. Yeah, we are.
This is around the the point. we
Like,
usually
if
do.
I didn't have to pack, I could sit here and drink and talk shit all night.
Well,
I've
Jesus,
done it.
Sophane, while I'm here, you don't have to say yes, but
Okay. Yes.
I do a show
Damn
on
it.
my own once a month where I, for as long as the guest can hold out for, or perhaps occasionally as long as I can hold out for, have a show. It's called 3 Drinks Minimum, where we watch something that the guest brings to the table. Are you up for it for the month of, I believe, July?
Yeah, sounds good. Right now, I don't know what I'm doing in July, so yeah, cool.
You down?
He'll be dead by then.
Damn, as well as any fellow follower of Bacchus should be. If not, we're not doing our job right.
Fair enough. Yeah, that sounds cool.
That's a great comment in chat. Thank you for your donations. I will now buy 1/3 of a prostitute. Gracias.
What third of her?
Yeah, and Ansel, which third exactly? We need to know.
Ansel, I like that guy.
You guys in the chat have been awesome, by the way. I do apologize for once I
Ansel and
didn't.
Skip and like.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces.
Good
but I'm
people.
also gonna
Skip's
say
always fun.
a few new ones. I'm guessing
Yeah,
you guys brought them in.
No, don't you blame that on us.
Joanna
not
coming
us.
in with you guys?
I don't know. I can't claim anything.
You're a really
Hey,
good
new
guy.
friends.
plead
That's
the
always
fifth.
fun. Fifth.
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 But yeah, I'll talk to you more about that there, Selfane, just to double down. But that's brilliant because Treating Snow Mineral was even more vague than the show we've had tonight. So
Nice.
it is very laid back. Anyway,
Oh, milkshake. This is gonna be good.
I know that's why I actually faved it, and I couldn't find it on the list, so I'm like, I'll just type it up.
Beautiful.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Buff Club, baby.
By the way, before we begin, you guys know who this motherfucker is, right? This absolute
It's
king,
our boy. Who? What was his name?
Buff Corral.
Buff Corral.
Nope. Sounds like somebody I'd hang out with.
Now, are you saying that just because, or do you actually not know who he is?
I don't know.
I have no clue who he is.
Oh, you're about to find out. We end the show with him every episode.
We back from up in the levels, you know, get down. We back once again. Tell a friend. It's your boy Buff Corral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
He's changed up his bottom attire. I see. He's got his
Yeah.
swimming trunks going on. Maybe he went
getting ready
down
for
to the communal
summer.
pool. Good for him. Good for him for being able to enjoy himself. He's a sweet boy.
Getting outside, touching some grass.
Absolutely. And you know what else? Yes, that is a poster of him. Himself.
Is he still wearing socks along with his swim
He's got a
trunks?
poster of himself. I love it.
Yeah.
14.
And it's not the only one. There's like 5 or 6 of them off there on the left. You just can't
And I
see
like
them.
how he's got the camera set up where he's at, but recording the
Mirror.
reflection in the mirror. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
This man
That's a
is
good
a
move.
fucking pro. Now, I'm going to say one thing and I'm going to say another, and you will very quickly understand. 1, he is a very good dancer, and 2, he's not very good at something else. You will see.
Okay.
15s. Now we're doing 15s and 14s and 13s and 13s and 13s and 15s and 13s. Anyways, tonight we're gonna do Khalees milkshake on all the boys city, y'all. You know the joint I'm talking about. On the 1s and 2s, your boy Buff Corral. On the rural, had everybody looking on up, but that loves got for the day.
Wow.
I caught 3 words out of that.
I know.
Let's get ready, say go. This was one, this was one, this was one, this was one. Let's go, this was one, this was one, this was one, this
Very
was
important
one.
warm up,
It's a literal ritual.
which will soon bear fruit.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and their life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Their life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to know you want it.
I'm sorry, I can't.
What?
I can't. I don't know. Just something. Maybe it's because I had all those shots. I don't know. I just saw the title. I clicked that. I didn't actually listen to it.
Oh no!
And this is the guy who knew what to expect out of this guy. I just want to point that out.
Well, I knew what to expect as far as a song.
Yeah.
As far as his performance, I mean, we're familiar with how terrible a singer this guy is.
He's just shouting like he's up against the wall and just screaming with no tone.
Oh, about to hit it right there. He was about to hit it.
Yeah.
What the guys go crazy for? They lose their minds the way I whine. I think it's time. La 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 la. Warm it up. La 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 la. The boys are waiting. La 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 la. Warm it up. La 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 la. The boys are when my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and their life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to see you on it. You want me to teach thee the techniques to make these boys. I can't be.
So the real question is, do you see the appeal?
I love it.
Are those his eyebrows?
Yes.
We're not sure.
I mean, they are
It
his
might be
now.
somebody else's.
But they might be someone else.
They're his now.
I don't understand. Is this like a bit he's doing?
No. This is what he's been doing since about 2010.
He's been doing this like how many times a week does he do this for years?
And
What?
nearly every day. Like, no joke. Nearly
Okay, wait.
every day.
So he's not wearing a bandana. That's like how. That's what he.
Yeah,
he
that's
was-
the grease. That's his hair. Yeah, of course. Yeah, my bad.
I thought it was a bandana on his
I
head.
thought it was a bandana too.
Nope.
So
Is he-
Ben and Billy never actually showed you these guys.
So what? He
No.
what, does he like
Jesus.
grease his hair? Like is he balding? He's greasing his hair down.
Outside.
Like I can't. I don't understand.
I think Loki Larry nailed this one. Is that a musical seizure?
Someone put a spoon in his mouth.
But these things get caught. Watch if you're smart. La 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 la. Warm it up. La 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 la. Boys are waiting. La 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 la. Warm it up. La 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 la.
Look at that footwork, though. My God.
He does footwork.
Oh,
As we
the
said,
man
he's-
has moves. This is
As we
low
prefaced
key.
it, he's good at one thing and he's bad at another thing.
The boys, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Their life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. Once you get involved, and when moves is solid, you must maintain your charge. Say maintain, make you a halo.
On this one.
Helps him slide.
Yeah. He needs to sort of go around and do some risky business around the house later.
I only listen to gangster rap in my socks.
Yeah.
I honestly think that he does not understand like 90% of the songs that he's singing. Like he just
But
sees
yeah,
it in
this
the
is
comments.
this is an awkward choice. That's why I was like, this has got to be a bit.
Oh, you think this is an awkward choice? You should have seen the day he decided to do WAP.
Which is ironically his best work.
It was his best singing ever that I've ever heard.
And his it's the only time the like rotation was reversed. He could sing, he could rap, wap, but he couldn't dance because he was
His dancing kind of suffered. Yeah.
Well, look, he focused on one thing at a time. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah. He doesn't multitask well.
Just get the perfect blend. What's what you haven't seen? Big neckties on you sprint. Keep fancy pitch of the sin. La 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 la.
Oh shit! As you do not know, this is also his station right here. His station has changed over the years. I've seen videos where this box did not exist, but what does exist is series of gels and fluids. Fluids. The fluids and gels can be.
I don't understand. I don't understand the hair thing. Like, or he's just like
The hair
greasing, like he's greasing the front of it
incomprehensible.
down or something and spiking it up in the back. I don't.
All right, let's get a
it
good
looks
shot
so
of it. So we can describe it. Okay, no.
The boys are waiting. La 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 la.
Whoa! When it comes up, this should be good.
Here, I'll put it in chat.
If you got it, yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's my reaction times. It's almost like I drank almost a whole bottle of gin or something like that.
Almost.
Huh, could you believe such lies and slander?
No, I don't think you would do.
No, I'm a good Christian boy. I haven't even had sex before marriage, repeatedly, with numerous partners.
Warm it up. La 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 la. The boys.
I will say one thing about his hair. I've never explained why. Like, he's never explained why, rather. Because when in his earliest videos, he was still more coherent. It was still the same. But there are pictures of him with the gray sort of jumper on that says U.S. Army. So, well...
Do you think all the petroleum jelly is slowly damaging him?
It's damaging me.
All you need is someone with a lighter, and he will just be
Michael Jackson Pepsi video.
Milkshake brings other boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to trust. My milkshake brings other boys to the yard. Their light is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge.
Really gets creative with his footwork. Peace. He always ends it. He always ends every stream. But look, if I'm right, yes, he kept the shake. He keeps the shake in at the end. Why? Why?
No editing, dude. It's all
it's
just start to finish, straight to the camera,
It's
right onto YouTube.
Le naturel, you know. We cannot
Look at that
compete.
like to dislike ratio, man. People love him.
Oh, dude, this man has been.
He's a treasure.
Yeah, like
Give that sweet boy a thumbs up, Lev.
no shit, yeah.
Yo,
Look at that.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. Look at that.
0, yeah. You can't dislike him. It's not
Oh,
possible.
you can, but only sad people dislike Buff. But I mean, look at this. 1 day.
People who are too
3
sad
day,
to be able to
5
click
day,
on that thumb down button.
1 week.
Oh, it's
3
got a little
weeks.
Nas X.
Yep.
Doesn't even make a thumbnail, dude. Just goes out there and gets
Yep.
it done.
And look at it. Look how deep this rabbit hole goes. We
I love it.
hope.
And
to
that's
be
just
this.
this year.
Yeah, this is
Bjork.
I love it.
Look,
He's got Bjork.
There's where it comes first a year ago. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. And the man is glorious.
He's a machine.
And he's an
God.
endless machine. Except for, unfortunately, and let's be honest here, the day where we don't hear any more from him.
That would be a sad day.
That will be. But never get complacent, you know?
I gotta get going.
And I gotta end the stream.
So do we. I got a stream to do of my own in 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Okie doke.
Yep. So,
all right, gentlemen, thanks for having us on.
I was great.
You were.
You were passable. You had your moments, and there were few and far between. Next time, try harder.
Thanks for coming by, guys. It was fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, man, thanks for inviting us.
You're welcome back anytime.
Great. We'll take you up on that.
I can't do it before the end. I can make you look pretty. All right. So off we go. Krendar, what are you doing in the next few minutes?
In 20 minutes, well, first I'm going to grab a quick snack, and then in 20 minutes, I'm going to play some Neo 2. So it's time for some Weeb Souls action.
Right.
Nice. Chop up some Japanese demons and stuff.
Sunday, the last, and I don't care how long it takes, the last fucking Outer Worlds gameplay stream.
Nice.
Let's be done with it so I can move on to brighter and greener pastures. So, with that said, you motherfuckers are amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who liked, everyone who subscribed, and tune in next week where Dusty, the beautiful bird, will be joining us along with his owner, even though his owner is unfortunately not so beautiful.
Oh, he's a lovely man. When he has a beard, well, not when he shaves it, though.
He's got scruff. Scruff is not the same as a beard.
Scruff's a starting point.
It is indeed. But you have to earn the title of beard.
That's true.
True. I just don't want to keep seeing cleanly shaven. That's wrong.
Agreed. I just think that if you're gonna go scruff, go all the way.
I saw him cleanly shaven once. It was disturbing.
Get my screen too.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I got both.
You got a little bit of A, a little bit of B going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, the cameras got thrown off when the screen share ended. That's why.
Welcome back to Public Access TV, 4 a.m. 1998.
Welcome back to Double the Sophane.
Okay, so Sophane, and you want to shill? Because your links are down below, but is that in particular you want to shill?
Poise of the Well on YouTube, Sophane on Twitter. That's it.
Okay. And Pat of the Fat, he's still in the room. You can still contribute. What do you wish you should contribute if you wish to contribute anything?
Poison the Well live on YouTube and at Patrick Jolly on Twitter.
All right.
Doxed.
Links in my own Twitter, for fuck's sake. If you follow me, you'll see the links. Say I brought you here. For fuck's sake, I know which ways wind blows. I am tiny, I am small, and I am bigger than all you motherfuckers, because I'm gonna say I love you all.
Aw.
Yeah, that's
Heart hands.
Heart hands.
Hearthands.jpg.